yo, that intro don't even feel right. It feels dirty playing that intro. It really does.
Damn, I haven't seen that shit in so long, bro.
It feels like, I swear, it feels like when you break up with somebody and you just like waltz into their house, just like, hey, what's up? Just
like
literally, I feel like you walk into your ex house and she's just like sitting there in the living room and she's just looking at you like, oh, what the like? Who do you think you are, waltzing back into the house like this, bro?
Going right straight to the bathroom, nigga. Go straight into the nevera. Just opening shit up.
It's been 3 years. I'm sorry, I left my sandals here.
Yeah.
I left my tapes. My CDs are in the car.
Your CDs are in the car. My bad. Anyway, it's been a long time. I'm not even gonna get into the gist of it. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Just tell your names. Tell us what you've been doing lately.
Okay, I'll start. I'm currently not in my car, living off my car. I am in my house. I'm going on an airplane soon, so that's something.
The algorithm. Okay.
Exactly. Let's go the algorithm. Right. Yeah. No, but that's visual. That's not like for real.
That doesn't count. Okay.
It doesn't count.
Right.
No, yeah.
It got screwed ahorita when he said the N-word at the first 30 seconds. That's where it got screwed up.
That was a record, bro. It didn't take that long. It didn't even take that long.
We're live. We're live. It don't count.
I've just been watching movies. He estado trabajando en a short film. Ya terminé colorization, the edit, and the sound. So that movie's going to be presenting in November in Hecho en Europa, a film festival de la Alianza Francesa. So I'm going to be on Fine Arts. That's what I've been working on. And Miguel, he's one of those, thank you credits. He's in the movie. He's in the movie.
I support. I'm not local, but yeah, I support local talent.
No, and I trust me. Those $100 went to the toilet instantaneously. They went on something. I don't know what we'll spend on because this money
it covered the McDonald's order for everybody the day.
Yo creo que sí. Yo creo que for real it did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What is he? Does he get like an associate producer credit? Executive producer?
No. I get a name. I get a name drop in the credits, and then supposedly when it gets to my name, the credits freeze. And then Orengo said there's a Nolan music in the background for like 10 seconds, and then the credits keep on rolling.
So I'm not doing that for the sake of the festival, but I swear to Christ, I am going to do a version just for you, donde voy a hacer eso. I'm just going to edit it.
I believe he said there's a whole bunch of names, and then there's like triple spacing, and then there's my name, triple spacing, and then it keeps on.
There you go, bro.
Yep. So
is Miguel gonna get an IMDb credit, bro? When you put all the
IMDb credit already, baby.
Credits? Oh, watch out!
IMDb credit already, baby.
Okay.
Shout out to Romeo. Shout out to Mr. Jorge Del Toro.
I got one of those too. I forgot about that. I got one of those too.
Gotta always downplay people's achievements. Oh, I got one of those
too.
Bro, never, bro. I remember the nitty gritty. The pole, bro. The boom pole, and the slip.
And I didn't get a credit for that either.
Damn.
Bro, blood, sweat, and tears, and back breaks went into that movie.
2 hours like this.
2 hours? Damn.
With the boom pole, bro, for a while.
Under the blazing sun.
Bro, and then, bro, the slip of death. He got the bane. His back just almost snapped, bro.
Anyway.
Jesus. So yeah, just been working on my shorts, so no tengo mucho break de review anything. Right now, como terminé, I started reviewing back up again. So I reviewed a bunch of movies for Fantastic Fest. Those are becoming the next couple of weeks in YouTube. I'm gonna go to New York tomorrow, ahorita, pale hora, because I'm gonna be reviewing a bunch of movies allá in New York Film Festival. I'm gonna be covering la película Priscilla. I'm gonna be doing Maestro, Ferrari, Agro Drift, la película de.
You're gonna review Maestro?
Yeah.
This guy just slipped that in there. Just the movie we've all been waiting for.
No, it's okay. It's there. Ferrari también. Agro Drift. I don't know if you know cuál es la de Agro Drift. It's an A24 movie de Harmony Korine y creo que es. It's un rapero bastante prestigioso, famoso. I'll look for him ahorita. I don't remember.
She's like, you guys know the rappers. He's one of those guys, one of those rappers.
You guys know rappers, yes. That's why
we're caps backwards.
Exactly.
You guys got New York hats, yeah. You know about those guys.
You know about those. Pues voy a cubrir esa. ¿Qué más? Voy a ver también The Zone of Interest, es el director que hizo Under My Skin, también de A24. Voy a cubrir All of Us Strangers, que es una película que sale Paul Mescal, que fue the guy que salió en el año pasado en After Sun. So yeah, I'm gonna be covering that. Y
Will we be hearing from you anytime soon? Will we be able to communicate with you? Like,
I'll be just in New York. I'll be with my phone. So si tú quieres hacer un live, cuando te dijeron, there's another live, we're gonna say it on live. Supone que el miércoles tengamos otro live. Si no pasó, time tap.
I don't know how it goes from Wednesday to Thursday to Wednesday.
I thought it was Thursday, bro. I thought it was Thursday.
I thought it was Thursday too, and maybe I just,
Thursday.
I had a
Thursday,
brain for my Spanish.
And I'll turn on my phone and I'll just be live streaming. I'll just be on the phone with you guys. So I'll do it. I have no problem. So I'll be
live in the Film Fest mixer. Everybody chilling, rubbing elbows with A24 directors and shit. And he's like, yeah. What's up, guys?
So how it goes?
Go ahead.
Oh, maravilla. So how it goes in the festival is quick. How it goes in the festival es que simplemente you go to what's called press and industry screenings. So el festival ya empezó hace tiempo. So el festival oficialmente para la plebe, para you guys, eso empieza el 1 de octubre. Para nosotros, eso empieza like a week prior because we get to see all the movies que son que se presentan, excepto lo que se llama el opening, el centerpiece y el closing night. Esas películas que viene siendo Maestro, Priscilla and Ferrari, esas películas las vemos de acorde con el festival. En a couple of movies también las vemos de acorde con el festival, pero todas las vemos por la mañana. Yes, we do sometimes have Q&As con los directores y actores. Por ejemplo, para Priscilla, we're going to have Sofia Coppola, we're going to have Jacob, what's his name, de Euphoria. Like, you're going to have those people.
Tremblay?
No, yo iba a decir Tremblay, but it's not Tremblay. It's
Tremblay is that little kid, no?
It's the kid. Yeah, it's the kid.
What's the name? What's his name?
It's Jacob something. Es el Euphoria. You know the guy.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be like there. We're gonna be able to ask him questions, all that jazz. So we always have the screenings en la mañana because así nos da tiempo como reviewers be able to reseñar la película. Cosa de que cuando hacen el opening como tal de la película in the festival ya está la reseña hecha. In theory, that's the theory behind it. So that's why. Pero yeah, I'm not gonna be sadly, rubbing shoulders with anybody famous porque realmente they just go there, they do the Q&A, después se larga.
You know how we used to joke around? You know how we used to joke around about Orengo, like literally, like he's the succubus of jumping from podcast to podcast for his own benefit. Now I officially believe it.
Wait,
I'm like not only does he have all those interesting dates and like legit opportunities to see movies and review them. We don't hear from this guy anymore. Barely in the chat. He had this in his pocket. Calladito. He's like, he just nonchalantly throws out a pocket. Yeah, I'll be in New York next week. And, you know.
I am going to Comic-Con too, if you want me to get more specific. I'm going to go to Comic-Con. Voy a ir 2 días. Voy a ir a paneles. I'm going to go see el panel de Dragon Ball Super. I'm going to see el panel de My Hero. I'm going to see el panel de Thanksgiving, la nueva película de Eli Roth. And there's another panel I'm going to go to.
He actually made that movie?
Yes, he did.
Get the fuck! I remember that shit. Remember what was it in Grindhouse? The trailer.
The trailer.
Get the fuck out of here! Holy shit!
That's actually making the movie.
Oh, so now it turns into Orengo will be reporting next week, just so everybody knows.
I'm gonna give la exclusiva a todo el mundo. Yes,
exactly.
For sure.
Reporting next week
for sure.
It's like Saturday night over here. Reporting live from New York City.
Brooklyn.
Exactly. Okay.
Of course, right after the flood. That's what they want to see Orengo's face in Brooklyn.
I'm the real problem.
Orengo's gonna go over there. Orengo's go over there and just like give him the same sass he gives up. You call this a flood? I lived through Maria. What do you
exactly? Wow. Actually, to be honest,
knee height water. Wow, big whoop, guys.
To be honest, we don't be there. Okay, so
you guys have an electrical grid. Deal with that.
So funny story, entiendo eso de los floods, and I saw videos, and I asked my friend because I'm staying in a friend's apartment for a few days. Él es de Brooklyn, and I told him, "Mira, like, are you safe, bro? Like, are you dying?" And he said, "It's all good here." I'm like, where is the flood? Cuando veo el mapa, it's like really far from where he is. It's like a very specific spot. Está bien cerca de JFK, so that's for sure. So la área de JFK and surrounding areas of JFK sí están flooded, porque obviamente están bien cerca de la costa. Pero, like, when you go inward, it's really not that bad. So no sé. No, I don't want to say it's blown out of proportion. Es que creo que la gente tiene un misconception de dónde pasó el flood. Yes, I'm diminishing.
He's diminishing all these fucking people that lost their apartments. He's like, the flood wasn't that bad. You guys got a little bit of fucking water.
Podcaster gets his New York invitation rescinded.
Revoked. We welcomed him to the New York Film Festival, and on his after-school podcast, he continued to shit shit on the massive flood that we've received in these past days.
On behalf of 2 members of the After School Club, we're really happy for you that you're getting those opportunities. Keep us posted. It'd be nice to hear nice little tidbits of information we don't have easy access to.
Of course. I'm gonna give you guys the first. Emma no hace ni un video. I'm just gonna wait for you guys. I'm just gonna do it ahí. Voy a tirar todas las películas con ustedes.
What are you most looking forward to?
De todas. It's weird because you're probably not gonna think about it like that. Es que yo estoy más pompeo por ver All of Us Strangers porque el director es Andrew High and he's one of my modern directors, uno de mis favoritos. Like he has 2 movies that I love. Una se llama Weekend, que Weekend, si tú has visto cortos míos, tú vas a ver las inspiraciones de Weekend en mis películas. And él después hizo una película que se llama 45 Years, que I believe it's one of the best cut to blacks I've ever seen in my life. Like in my life. Es uno de los mejores final shots ever. I've cried literally every time that I see that ending porque es tan impactante. Then he made a movie with a horse and it's dog trash. Like no veas esa mierda. Pero I'm pumped por esta because people have been hyping this movie a lot and Rotten Tomatoes tiene como un 98 o 97% de Rotten Tomatoes. Not that we value this, pero lo que te quiero decir es que a lot of people seem to be praising a lot. So de esa es la que más tengo popea. Segundo lugar es El Maestro, for sure.
So not that we value Rotten Tomatoes. Like not that we give a fuck. Not another invitation revoked.
Van a ver esto cuando estén viendo el resumen para ver si me ponen ahí. They're gonna be like, well, you talk shit about the Rotten Tomatoes here, so screw you.
You said like, yeah, Rotten Tomatoes.
Te ponemos el clip. This is why not.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How's the committee going? The Puerto Rican
Association?
Critic Association. How's that going?
So right now it's been going good. Hemos tenido algunas oportunidades que vamos a tocar a los miembros. I think you know this porque you've been invited to some movies that surprisingly you were invited to. Como por ejemplo Flash, cosas de Warner Brothers.
Came out of nowhere, bro. I was like,
nowhere.
The fuck?
You're welcome. That was the association.
Thank you.
We're trying to do moves, ¿verdad? 2 moves para que ustedes tengan beneficios, tengan perks. Además de eso, we opened este año también membresías de nuevo. Abrimos la convocatoria para miembros que estén interesados, basado en los guidelines. Si cumplen con los guidelines, pues son admitidos a la asociación. So, yeah, you just go to the website, se llama puertoricocritics.com. Toda la información está ahí.
It was like if you do one post every couple months.
If you're not,
don't come in here. If you come here and talk about Ashoka.
If you're not up to par, we'll be doing some winter cleaning.
Yes, there is some winter cleaning approaching, by the way.
Winter is coming, bro. Winter is coming.
Por eso, yeah. So, but yeah, that's
uneasy laughter. All right, Nick, what have you been up to besides doing road trips in your car?
Road trips, well, road trips in Ashoka. That's what I've been doing. I haven't caught up. I'm not lost within the context of the show.
There's comments. You're not responding to any comments. You have comments. You have people commenting us.
Oh my god. We actually have people watching.
Exacto.
John Skywalker says that was a long hiatus.
Shit. What's good, bro?
Hey, mira, we have people that still love us.
What's good, bro? I haven't seen the longest, bro.
Metaverse.
Oh shit, Metaverse. Whoa.
Thank you.
We got OG people here watching us. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So John says, "Hey Lex, hope to see you at Lusca Film Fest."
Hopefully, bro. Hopefully I'll be there.
Thank you,
Jacob Elordi, that's what it was.
Thank you.
Alejandro tampoco es farandulero.
True.
Casi nada.
True.
That's a lie.
Yes, sir.
Alejandro ahora es Mr. Exclusivo.
That's true. That's true. The first one wasn't. This one's true.
Es verdad, soy la Comay.
There you go.
So, you've been watching.
I haven't seen a whole bunch. I've watched like a couple animes and shit. I was watching season 2 of this anime called Tokyo Revengers. That's pretty dope. I've been watching Chainsaw Man. Finished the last season of My Hero, and watching Ahsoka. Like I was saying, within the context of the show, I'm understanding what's happening. It's not like I'm lost or anything within what's happening.
It is but
That's what I'm saying. But every little tidbit of like, oh, like there's things that are just flying over my head. The whales, I was like,
Yeah, I didn't see
all
Rebels.
right, we got, yeah, exactly. Since I didn't see fucking Rebels or Clone Wars, I'm like, I'm not like, oh my god, holy shit, Ezra. I was like, okay,
So
Cotton Beam is there. What's up?
I haven't seen all of Rebels. I've seen bits and pieces of it. The Ezra character in the show is super likable or whatever, and his whole battle with the dark side is interesting. There's things that work on that show. There's other things that I'm just like, all right, you're a little bit up your own behind with this. The Ahsoka show, it's one of those shows for me that like I'm not. I don't know if it's like a changing of age. Maybe it might be one of those things. As you get older, Star Wars means something to you when you're younger, and then when you get older, hold on. So Metaverse wants to know, hablando del anime, ¿están viendo el remake de Ronin Kenshin Samurai X? Has any of you guys been watching that?
I haven't seen the remake. No, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Voy a dar un shout out entonces a Casey de Comics Anime Film Entertainment. I believe que él sí lo está viendo. So check out his reviews because he's seen it. Él ve mucho anime. So you want to see a guy que ve mucho anime? He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. You know?
Bro, I'm getting shamed by my own kids. I think I don't know when it came out, but I think I just found out between yesterday and the day before yesterday that a new season of Demon Slayer is on Netflix. The girls already finished it. Whoa. Passed right by that shit. I got out of work like at 11, got home 11:30. Went to the girls' room because I usually go give them a little kiss while they're sleeping, expecting them to be sleeping. Khaleesi was, bro, under the covers. I saw a little light. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Go over there, full on Demon Slayer, bro.
Nice.
So
7-year-old watching blood and guts.
Yeah. You already know.
We have somebody joining us. I just quite don't know who it is. And he's not going to probably name himself, so I don't.
I think that's probably Jordan, conociéndolo.
Well, you're not supposed to name him if he wants to be anonymous, but okay, we can do that.
Jordan Tremblay.
Okay. Jordan Tremblay.
Sir Sci-Fi dude,
now I really don't know.
Your mic is muted, by the way.
Sci-Fi dude could be a lot of people.
True.
All right, well, I don't think he's there yet. We'll bring you back in when you get your shit together.
True. Dale. What about you?
Like I was saying, well, me, I've just been working. That's it. I've tried to catch on to some things, but it's difficult. Busy schedule as of late. I've been watching Ahsoka. A couple of months back, I finished my first anime in a long time, which is really pathetic because it was Cyberpunk. Edge Runners. Yeah. Edge Runners, that was called?
Edge Runners, yeah.
Edge Runners, yeah. It was pretty good, and I was also playing the game at the same time, so I was looking for the link besides it being like in the same world, and there's like one character which is linked to the game. And it's funny because the game has like hardly any interaction with that character. So it gives you a reason to want to like hate him when you meet him in the game.
Since you're a lot more in depth into Cyberpunk and shit, that Idris Elba shit is that an expansion or is that a whole new game?
So it's an expansion story.
Yeah.
I haven't downloaded it, but to my understanding, it has to take place before the final chapter of the game. Because the final chapter of the game has something happen, has you make a choice with your character.
Okay.
And I wouldn't understand how one of those two choices mixes with the expansion. Let's put it that way.
Como pasa con Force, mal ejemplo, pero ¿te acuerdas cuando hicieron Force Unleashed? Que era el ending bueno, el ending malo, que entonces, then if you have el DLC sale del ending malo.
Yeah.
I get you.
So this one, my choice was pretty, I mean, I considered it pretty cool, whatever. Because it was my choice. But I don't know how it mixes. I wouldn't understand how it mixes with the DLC. So my thought process, it probably has to take place before you make that final choice in the game.
Gotcha.
Sci-Fi dude, it looks like you're having like epileptic seizures over there.
See, I think so too.
I don't know if you're doing that for effect, but I don't know what the heck is going on.
It was like your artistic direction. It isn't aligned with After School Club, so you're gonna be on the bench right now.
Yep, for now.
Anyways, so I finished it. I thought that was pretty cool, or whatever. I had a running joke with one of my friends because you know how anime songs, the intros are really important, or like you feel hooked for the song.
Yeah.
I remember hearing the song and I was like, damn, this song slaps. And I was like, "Oh, you bastards cheated though. This is an old song from a famous rock band or whatever. That's Franz Ferdinand, right? Franz Ferdinand, I think it is. No, is it?
That fucking song. That's like the only song I know from them.
No. It's another song, but it's from a famous band. I normally associate like anime intros with not that much of a famous band, at least here in the U.S. They become like earworms because you heard them in the anime. It's not like you heard that banger before and they used it as the intro to an anime. So I remember hearing the intro and I'm like, oh my god, this song slaps and it goes so well. And then I was like, oh, you suckers cheated. Of course, Netflix used like
that shit
band already. Like, oh, you guys suck.
Fucking anime intros. I was watching Dragon Ball Kai this morning because I'm trying to show the girls like a faster version of Dragon Ball Z, and they're watching it. And bro, I walked in and I don't know the words, but they were like da 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 damn, and I was like, the fuck did you girls learn this song already? Bro, they throw like they could be speaking 100% gibberish, right? But since they watch some of the anime in Japanese, they be saying like I be swear that they be like, I'm not gonna say it now because it's gonna be mad racist, but they be saying shit. I'm like, y'all understand that? How the fuck do you like? Are you saying that for real? Or are you just fucking with me? Like, bro, Japanese, bro.
Kids are gonna be talking in Japanese and you don't even know what they're saying.
That's great.
They're gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up, daddy," in Japanese. Like,
so I finished that. I finished that anime. I actually saw it like in between a trip I had to Jersey or whatever. It's actually I actually liked it. It was pretty cool. I didn't like the time jump they did. Have you seen it? So it's short. It's only like 10 episodes, I think, or 9 episodes. But in one of the episodes, the character they do a time jump into the future. And the character's like jacked up, like he looks totally different because he's modified the shit out of his body. I didn't like that part about it, but the rest of the story was pretty cool. It was easily digestible for me. I didn't feel like there was a lot of filler. It was straight to the point. So I've been doing that. I haven't really been watching much. Ahsoka. I saw the first episode of Gen V. That was all right. So hasn't been much. Gaming. A little bit. Orengo and I got a couple of rounds in of Phasmophobia not too long ago.
Yeah, we did. That was fun.
And I'm telling my other friends who I normally play it with that it was fun to Orengo, and to me, it wasn't fun. He took the fun out of it. Him and his girlfriend basically took the fun out of the game.
Yeah, we're speed running it. We're speed running it, bro.
So Phasmophobia, for those who haven't played it out there, it's basically a simulator of ghost hunting, or what real life ghost hunting can kind of be like, or whatever. There's elements obviously that are
You guys were playing Luigi's Mansion. That's the fuck you
you're
was
not.
playing.
No, Luigi's a superhero compared to what you are in that game.
Yeah.
Like, you go in there and all you have is like
a flashlight, a candle,
your spirits. Yeah. And like if the ghost is violent and stuff, like it can literally kill you in the house. But there's interactions. You go to a school, you go to like a campsite.
The goal is to try to guess the ghost based on evidence that you find.
So
what do you mean guess the ghost?
You have to. There's ghost classifications. There's like a banshee, a howler. I'm just making up these names because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Like the type, like the type of ghost.
Depending on the type of traits you hear, see, or interact with, then you go to a journal and you
start marking them. Try to mark them based on the evidence you find.
So when I play it with my other friends, we play it like basically like little simians that don't know what the heck they're doing, and you're kind of guessing, and you're like literally like you can use your microphone to speak in the game and try to talk to the ghost. Are you here? You can ask it questions with a Ouija board.
Yeah. Orengo came in there like a fucking Winchester.
Time out. Let me finish. So we play like that. Our sessions last like 45 minutes to an hour trying to guess what the ghost is, and we practically die sometimes by the end. We don't get it. So one day I was just on Discord, nobody was online, and I see Orengo's name pops up on Discord or whatever. Like rarely I see his name. I'm like, I says he's playing Phasmophobia, and I send him a message. I'm like, you Phasmophobia? And he's like, oh boy, connect. I'm like, okay, give me a couple of minutes. So I had to download an update, all the stuff, and I think I got on finally. Yeah. Orengo and his girlfriend proceeded to play this game like speedrunners.
Bro, Winchester. Call him Dean Winchester, bro.
Oh, Dean Winchester, Constantine looks like a kindergarten child compared to how these people play this. And I went in with this attitude of like, I'm a level 25. Like they've never seen me do this. I was cracking jokes. I was like, yo, they call me Constantine. We're about to exorcise these spirits out of this house. When I looked at Orengo and his girlfriends, they were level like 175 or like no, they were level like 98, right?
I was 100 something. Fabiola is like almost 1,000, by the way.
Oh, when I tell you, like,
Orengo was like, I play it on my free time sometimes, you know.
When I tell you, I'm like, okay. And then when I looked at their level, I'm like, whoa, what the heck? And he's like, just follow my lead, Miguel. I'm like, okay, bro, we connected. And these people were like, they had like a well-oiled machine. Like they were just like, I don't know if it's because they're in a relationship, but it's just like they were like, and I don't even know how to explain it. Like you start in a truck, you open the truck, and you can't even run in the damn game that fast. Like you literally have to waltz your ass into the house, open the door, look around. They were like, set up a tripod. Orengo was like directing a freaking thing. Set up a tripod here. Oh, set up the lights over here. Hold on, radio. Did you hear that? Hold on. Oh, scream. Go back, bro. Like we beat like how many rounds?
We did like 5 or 6 rounds.
We did like 5 rounds, and they lasted like 12 minutes max. like there was one point where the ghost interacted in 2 separate rooms at the same time, and Orengo's girlfriend was like, "It's the twins. Let's go. It's the twins.
Yep. Let's just go. We don't need to do anything else." Yep.
I was like, "What the hell are the twins? What do you mean? What are the twins?" I'm over here like, I forgot how to turn on my flashlight. Can you guys help me? How do you turn on the flashlight? They're like, no need, Miguel. Stay back. It's the twins. I'm
Miguel was like just that little fucking annoying brother. Just stay there. Just watch. Don't do nothing. Don't touch it. Don't touch the button. Stay there and watch.
It's the twins. I'm like, what are the twins? What are you talking about? They're like,
Fabiola to Orengo. Tell him to unplug his controller. Tell him to unplug his controller. Make him think he's playing. Don't fucking do nothing.
I was like, all right, little boy. Technically, in 2 rooms when there's an interaction at the same time, that's the twins because they can go. I was like, oh, okay. Did you get that? Did you copy that down? Okay, we're moving on. I'm like, all right.
Jot it down so you can fucking sound smart in front of your other friends that play this.
Exactly.
Orengo was speedrunning so fast. In the game, you use your microphone to, speak into the world, or use a Ouija board and ask questions, or use a radio to see if you can communicate with the ghost. Orengo wasn't even using his words. He was using like
there's a prompt. Like you click a button
commands.
and you can just give commands.
Like, he didn't even use his voice. He was just like, "Oh, are you here? Oh yeah. Oh look, I heard him respond. Let's go. Oh, set up a tripod. Oh, laser dots. Gotta go. Oh, on the ground, Fabiola. Bring the salt. Oh, there's fingerprints here. All right. Okay, it's this, and this. You guys like that? Okay, close the door. Boom, we're out of here. I'm like, this isn't fun. This is scary.
The ghosts were like, is that right? Just tell him who he is. Just tell him who we are. This is not gonna last long.
He was telling me things. I had played this game. I had signed up for their beta. Like they've been doing this for like maybe 2 years already, right? The game came like 2 years ago. Yeah. Like it's a beta. It just went like 1.0, I think, like the other day.
Yeah, because now they did a huge update where they like resetted everything. So now it's like back to basics again. Yeah.
So I was telling my friends like all the stuff I learned in 12 minutes playing Orengo's girlfriend. They were like their jaws were on the floor. They're like, what were you telling me about like the footprints? Use the salt and something else.
Yeah, you can use
salt. The fucking salt. He's a fucking Winchester, bro. He saw all the seasons of Supernatural, bro.
You can use the salt, and then you use the ¿cómo se llama esto? El que
light.
Se llama el cuando tú percibes a la persona que tiene el sensor, el light sensor. You put the light sensor on the wall, then you put salt on the floor. If it walks and it leaves a footprint, it is not a spirit. If you hear it beeping, el sensor, and you don't see the salt being stepped on, that's a spirit, because it's the only ghost in the whole game that doesn't have legs.
He has the CW app. He saw every episode, bro. He saw every episode of that show.
I was telling my friends about that. They were like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, there's things in this game that like we don't
scratch the surface of that shit."
Hold on one moment. We have another challenge. I'm guessing this is Hennessy.
Oh, mira, Hennessy's.
Hey!
Yeah.
Orengo, when you play, do you have the theme song from Supernatural playing in the background?
I do. Es que no soy hija Miguel, but I do.
Hey, bro, he's in it with the jeans, the fucking plaid shirt.
Yep.
I'm betting he's in it, bro.
Your mic is muted for some reason. I can't unmute it, so that means that's on your side.
That's on your side. So yeah. You'll
He said because I don't want to fucking talk. That's what he said.
Probablemente.
So we've been playing that. I was playing that or whatever. It was funny.
Yeah.
I still tell my friends about it to this day. I'm like, bro, he took all the fun out of it. Just speed runs. He did no fun whatsoever. It was just him and his girlfriend giving commands at each other. Like I've never seen such beautiful communication in a video game ever. Like,
bro, I'm telling you, he made you feel like that younger bro. Remember when we used to play and Bebo used to be around?
yes.
Like Bebo, don't touch the control.
So anyway,
yeah,
we're done doing a little gaming. So you guys want to jump into Ahsoka? I'm really sorry that like right now we're supposed to have a fellow member with us.
True.
And I don't know where the heck he's at.
You should talk to him. Talk to that fellow member.
I don't know where the heck he's at.
I'm hoping it's extraordinary.
Yep.
For me on the little time that I get to see the cell phone, to see 100, 200, 150 fucking messages about Ahsoka, about Star Wars, his ass better get on this fucking episode.
Yeah.
All right. So
real quick, before you go. There's a character, right? Because I didn't see Rebels, but I kind of got the gist.
Bro, you can't get your mic fixed. I gotta let you go. Boom.
Bro, right. I kind of got the gist, right? But I didn't see it. The green chick, right?
Yep.
She had a kid with somebody that was like an integral part of Rebels, right?
He's in Rebels in the beginning. Have you ever seen the meme of like there's an explosion going off and he gets off the helicopter? He gets off the ship and he holds back the explosion. And then
I probably didn't recognize her. I didn't remember. His name is like what, Kanan or some shit?
Algo así. The kid, you mean the kid, right? Or the adult?
He's talking about the
father, the one that that kid's father. He was a Jedi or some shit.
You need the expert here because I'm not the expert. So,
but I was saying he was a Jedi, wasn't he?
I believe you because the kid is a Jedi.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to get off the feed.
What?
Orengo, do you have to get off the feed?
No. I'm just. Well, I mean, I can hear, but I will be.
Oh, okay.
That's
all right.
Because what I said, but it's they go like I'm gonna be here, but just so you know, I'm just walking here. That's all.
I'm professional. Oh,
yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there you go. Now you have someone to kind of like tap me out for a bit.
No, that's not how this works. We don't tag
that's
each
how
other
it works.
in there.
We tag each other. We tag each other. Don't worry. We tag each other. That's what we do.
Hennessy, your mic, bro. Something's wrong.
You're still muted.
This is going as well as I thought it
was. Hey guys, how you doing?
There you
Hennessy, why don't fuck you don't like Star Wars, bro?
That's great. Love it. Why do you hate it so much? Why do you
hate George Lucas? What the fuck did he do to you?
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
Why you got a Jamaican accent, bro?
Jamaica.
Oh, he said, I don't know, man. Why is your mic muted, Miguel?
I don't. There you go.
I don't know. No, it's Hennessy. Stop unmuting.
Look,
5 seconds.
I can't understand.
All right. Anyways, so that character you're talking about is the fuck.
That's him. That's Lex.
Is it?
I think so, buddy. You're the only one who has like a car bumping. Boom, 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 boom. Viste, it's him. I told you.
Oh, it's probably somebody drove by you with like loud bass.
Yeah.
I don't have that. That's not me.
No. Someone drove by you. It's okay. Anyways.
No, bro. Nobody drove past me, bro. That's what I'm saying.
So why do we hear like loud bass, like reverb?
That's what I'm saying. How the fuck? Nobody's around. I'm by myself here. That shit wasn't me.
You got a ghost then.
You got a ghost. There you go.
Wow, the ghost wants you to top him off.
Asshole.
That's great.
All right, so Hennessy, your mic's messed up, bro. Gotta go.
Anyway, starting off with the fucking innuendo.
Yeah, that character, obviously he died in Rebels or whatever. That's his son. That's the big callback to that character. Let me get into it though. I'll start off with Ahsoka. I'm gonna mute somebody's mic real quick, and then when he talks,
it's Lex. Yeah.
So, let me see. So the show, like, it's not blowing me away. The show isn't blowing me away. But am I gonna lie and tell you that like I haven't watched, like, looked out for every episode that's come out? Like, it has enough of a grip on me. It has enough of a grip on me. That like I keep coming back. So there has to be something there that keeps bringing me back. It's not like a car crash. Like, it isn't that bad of a show. What I was gonna tell you was I feel like maybe, at least for me, or I hope that's not what it is, that like maybe Star Wars, you're attached to it as a child, and when you like as the years go on or whatever, like I think you lose a little bit of like your grip on or your enamoramiento with like their world, because some of the themes don't, I don't know, they don't call to you that much anymore. Because damn, it's been a while since they put out something in the Star Wars universe that has like really like really gripped me.
What was the last thing that gripped you? Was it Mandalorian or fue Andor?
I think Mandalorian, but not the newer seasons.
So hasta el season
So maybe
season
season 2. Yeah, season 2. Season 1 was awesome. Season 2 was it was okay or whatever. But anyway, with this show in particular, they aren't reinventing the wheel, but it does feel like they're trying to like inject some new lore, new concepts into like the series for like other people, I guess, like me, that aren't that deep, to start getting a grip on or whatever. Because I think the stuff with the witches has been established in Clone Wars and Rebels or whatever, like that whole dark magic that they've been using in the world. I think that's already been established for. This isn't the first time they're showing that off in the Star Wars universe. I think it is the first time we're obviously seeing it live action. The show, as far as Ahsoka's character goes, man, I mean, I think I like her, and I like Rosario Dawson portrayal of her. It's just that I don't know, man. Sometimes with the story, like I don't know where they're headed. Okay. With some of the stuff, you know what I mean? Like it's so bouncing back and forth. And when I first started watching the show, I was like, please don't tell me these people are on another journey for a map, because you've done that shit like twice already. This better not be another map journey. This better not be. And thank God they got off of that boat quick.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I don't like her character. The whole thing with like the lessons that she has to learn. I guess. I mean, they're not really like hitting home. They're not really like hitting home with me. Like watching the series, her story isn't like, oh man, like I don't sympathize with her character. Her character isn't like compelling me to like root for her. She just feels like she's part of a journey, and the show is called fucking Ahsoka. Like I shouldn't feel like she's part of somebody else's journey. The show should be completely about her, right?
Pasó lo mismo con Obi-Wan.
Like her story should compel the shit out of me to the point where like, but I'm more interested in Sabine's shit with Ezra and Ezra bringing him back than I am interested in Ahsoka's like little inner journey.
But why are you so invested in Ezra? Is it solely just because you know?
No, because the show itself has made it a big deal since it started. They've been name dropping him left and right and left and right and left and right, and where, oh my god, and he's possibly alive on this planet. Like you've name dropped him 90% more times than the main character at this point.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've made this narrative, this big deal out of this character. It feels like the whole point behind this is literally to find Ezra, to find Jesus Christ on the abandoned planet. Pardon my French. But like you know, that's what it feels like. Like Ahsoka feels like a secondary character.
It's been years. That's been years in the making, no? Like when did Rebels end? Because his story ended in Rebels, no?
Like 5 years ago, I think.
5 years ago, yeah. I think
so I'm guessing for the fan base, it's like this huge thing. I didn't see it, so for me, for me to be honest,
maybe they always maybe they should have named Ahsoka. Maybe they should have named it Rebels. Live action.
You like always, I find myself way more invested and way more interested in the supposed villains. I feel like just based on the context of what I'm watching in Ahsoka, I'm not fully understanding the immense fan base that the character has, and that's probably because I haven't seen that character get developed within Clone Wars and Rebels, because she's what? She's like the only character that's in both of the shows. Is that what it is? She's a little bit in Rebels and she's in Clone Wars.
Yeah, she's Anakin's little Padawan.
She's Anakin Padawan, right? So I'm understanding, right? That she has this incredible fan base because she's been out for so long, the character. But this is my introduction to her. So a person that hasn't seen it, I'm not seeing this adventurous side from her that supposedly has. She's like Obi-Wan and she's like Obi-Wan in A New Hope. So she's already mad relaxed. She's like
exactly. In the show, you're gonna see a side of her, which rightfully so. I feel like in the show, she's a child. You know what I mean? So she's like she's looking to get into mischief. She's like more adventurous. She's getting shunned by her master, but it's because she's like a younger person. Here, she feels like wise beyond her years type. You know what I mean?
Like everything, for me, it's just like Obi-Wan in New Hope. Like everything that's already made her into that character, people have seen it. I just haven't seen it. That story has already been told, so I'm seeing her at the ending point.
I have friends that say that she doesn't quite feel like the Ahsoka from the show. Like Rosario Dawson doesn't necessarily embody what that character is in the show.
And that's what I'm saying.
Regardless of the age, jump or whatever.
But I don't know if that's so much Rosario Dawson's performance, or is it that's just how the character is written. Because it doesn't feel like to me like she's playing the character like very wooden. It just feels like there's not a lot that she's doing.
Yeah.
Like generally, I don't see her like doing a lot. She's in the ship. She's talking to Sabine. She's like this mentor type figure. But I was expecting like dual lightsabers, Star Killer just fucking people up like on a rampage. I gotta find Thrawn. I gotta find fucking Thrawn. Blah blah blah. Like I was expecting shit like that, and she's like mad mellow.
Let me ask you a question. Right now with a little bit of you seen. Rank from 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 your favorite characters in the show.
Balin, his sidekick. Those are my two favorites. I like Sabine. I like the robot, and then I like Ahsoka.
So, isn't that a problem? Like, genuinely, like, shouldn't that be because I'm the same way. I like the two villains, the robot. The robot is very interesting and compelling. Exactly. Sabine, and then Ahsoka being dead last.
Exactly.
Like, isn't that a freaking problem when your show is called Ahsoka? Like,
but again, I don't know. Like, if this is specifically a show that was created not to get new fans, but something that was made for the fans of those two cartoons already, those two shows. Because there's so much that's not explained. Like, you have had to and that was like a complaint that
the show doesn't give two shits if you didn't see Rebels.
Exactly. That was the shit that we was talking about with Marvel do that shit with the movies. Like, if you didn't see WandaVision and then all of a sudden the movies continued, would you have needed to see the shows to know what was happening in the movie? That's what it feels like here. Like, you didn't watch it.
But here's the difference between those two things, though. Marvel gives you Marvel either completely ignores the show and gives you a rundown.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what we were talking about. Like these shows, the show. God, I feel like we're beating a dead horse. Those shows didn't matter in the sense of like either they weren't referenced, and the movie itself sets up a problem with the character from the show, or you get a light run through of the issues that happen. Like you get like an exposition, right? Like a 3-line conversation into the show. And then they keep on moving with what's happening in the movie. This show doesn't this show was like, yeah, we got to go get Ezra.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Ezra. Like some people must be like, who the hell is Ezra?
That's what I'm saying. Like the show very much feels like it's like it was made not to garner new fans, but as a gift for fans already of Clone Wars and Rebels, because all these characters, they know all these characters already. When you see that drawing, that mural on the wall, they know that. I'm watching for the first time. I'm like,
I'm laughing. I'm laughing at the fact in my head of like, I feel, and it's not to defend Marvel because Marvel has its own huge set of issues, but I feel if you saw, let's say, if you saw Multiverse of Madness, right, you could go back to WandaVision and recognize characters like this.
Yeah.
If you saw this and saw Ezra, could you go back to and be like, how does that character even look? Besides the fact that CGI, like how the hell does that character even remotely look? Like,
but Ahsoka at the very least kind of looks like the Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka, but like some of these characters that like, can you go back to the series and be like, oh, these characters kind of look like you can easily identify, or you're gonna be like, who the hell?
Weren't they like kids? Not kids, but they were like extremely young and Rebels, because like Aki over here looks like a grown ass man. He has a fucking the beard, the hair, and from what I've seen, he kind of looks like a kid.
Yeah,
in the cartoons, like the clips, you know what I mean? So there's.
I feel though like within the theme of Star Wars, I mean, you know, it is what it is. The character fits that aesthetic in the CGI show. Like they look like they're all from the same universe. I feel like Ezra. I guess that's the point I'm getting to. Also, Ezra's introduction in the series, he looks like he's in a different show. Like he looks like Ezra looks like he's in what is it that new religious show, The Last Wish or something like that? What's it called?
He looks like a Jesus Christ figure.
He looks like a Messiah-esque figure or
whatever. I mean, he was from what I understand, right? He was sent to within how broad the fucking universe and the galaxy is in Star Wars. He was sent to like
he sacrifices himself because he learns that or whatever. It's not like. He does the whole in order to win or whatever. Yeah. I don't have to win. I don't have to lose. I just don't necessarily have to win. And then
I don't have to win. I just can't let you win or some shit.
Yeah. We're quoting the same horrible movie. So
I don't even remember what movie that is from.
What was that, man? Anyways, the point is, or whatever, he knows that he's gonna get transported with Thrawn to like this other faraway galaxy or whatever. The show, like, there's moments
before you go on, because I don't know. They're in real time. Rebels finished 5 years ago, right? Within the story, is it also 5 years or is it a lot longer?
Well, depending on how you perceive time and space, relative to the didn't you see Interstellar? Time is relative only to the planets, the sun surrounding your planet.
So then, what the has he been gone for like decades?
Hey, you've invoked the evil spirit. Here we go. Damn, they're all connected at the same time. Right? Is this person ready to be added to the group? Because I don't see camera and I don't see microphone. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna say there's been time that's lapsed, obviously, because these characters have all gone their separate ways and then gotten back together. So there definitely has been a set of time or whatever. I don't know like how many years exactly it's been,
but it's been like enough years that you can explain, okay, well, this kid Ezra went from like a kid to he looks like a grown ass man now.
Yeah, he wasn't I think when he left the show, he was like a teenager.
That's what I'm saying. So, like I would play him
now in his 20s, I guess.
Sufficient time has passed that in the show, it kind of like everybody is like, Thrawn, get the fuck out of here. He's not coming back. Like people like it looks like everybody's just like downplaying that shit.
Hold on. Let's see if we can add our buddy over here. Hey, why is his mic muted?
Nobody wants to talk, bro. Every new person that comes up on here.
Oh, Sally. Sally se conecta primero que Deco, obligado. Ahorita
you need to unmute yourself, Deke.
Ese fue Genesis ahorita, por si acaso.
Anyway.
So my issue with the show is that to say that like I'm blown away by it. No, I'm really not blown away by it. But I like it enough to keep on coming back to like I'm still curious to see like where this is going. You know, I really hope that it ends on a strong note. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this whole show was worth like watching some of these episodes because the ending is gonna be like, oh, like this is a brand new start.
How many episodes are left?
I think one left.
One? The fuck?
One left. Yep, one left.
Only one left.
All those issues in one episode.
Yep. Yeah, I think there's only one episode left.
Is there a known runtime for that episode?
Probably
sure, it's only gonna be 2 hours. Tell you that. it ain't gonna be 2 or 3 hours. So I can tell you that much.
Okay, like the show for me, right? I really have no problems with slow shows. I've always been like that. I'm seeing all these characters for the first time, so there's a lot that I'm interested in just because I know that these characters are, you know, somebody within the universe of Star Wars. These are known characters. I don't know about Balin, but Ezra and Thrawn, like I'm like, okay, these are somebody. They're in a galaxy or a universe that they've just freshly explored, so it's new territory, so that they could possibly give us new storylines where we're not expecting, that doesn't connect in any way with what we already know is going to happen. Like we already know Palpatine is going to come back. We already know that Luke is going to train, you know, fucking what you call it. So like they could possibly open a new door.
But wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better for them? So this is what I wish. This is what I wish would happen. I wish that basically, what the hell, bro? Like everybody's connecting, but they don't have a mic on. What's going on? Is it the app or is it us?
I did it. I'm on my phone in my car, bro, and I did it.
I have a problem.
If everybody else is on a laptop, bro, I'm on my car on my phone, bro.
Let's check something. Hold on. I'm gonna do an experiment. I don't know why everybody's not in the
To be fair, no one's saying anything. I feel like someone's trolling you. If I had to honestly guess, someone's trolling you.
Someone's trolling me with everybody's name?
Yes, because Jordan has never written himself as Jordan. Lick Nebula, I'm pretty sure que Sally no escribe su nombre de esa manera.
Oh, that's kind of creepy. Anyways,
somebody came on the show and like, now you want to bring the podcast now? Fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Orengo.
What? I'm literally, look at me. I'm packing right now. That's what I'm doing.
So, exactly. He's packing his shit up to leave the show, and then it's gonna fall apart. Watch.
So my like I told you, my whole thing in my head, it would be awesome, right? If they went to that galaxy and when they come back, they end up not in the same timeline that they had. Like they end up in the future. I highly doubt that's gonna happen, but in my head, I'm like, damn, wouldn't it be great if they solve the solution when they try to get back? They chase Thrawn, and like years have passed. Like the whole thing with the Emperors happened and Rey, and they're like, wait a second, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell happened? Like, what? You know?
They can bridge those stories, and since a new movie is coming out,
restart.
Exactly, you know a new what you call it is coming out with Rey. Know that she's gonna be training Jedis and shit.
Interesting idea to like blend kind of what's happening here with Ahsoka.
I can't hear you, sir. You would have to actually sit down in front of the camera and the microphone.
It's fine. I'm gonna talk here. So, would you think it's better?
No. I don't want to talk to the microphone. I want to see you. There you go.
Content.
Bro.
Would you prefer como que Ahsoka kind of does a soft reboot of the whole thing, or kind of melts in with the new sequel trilogy?
I would say take the cheap way, and when they get back from their universe, they land in the current universe, but after the events of Palpy being brought back.
So basically tell new stories, but in the future without like taking into account the Skywalker story. Okay.
No, it happened, but they don't understand how they jumped from one universe to the other, and they bridged that much time.
So like a space blip.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, you know, we went to this universe or whatever, and when we came back, a whole shitload of time has passed, and like, who the hell is Rey?
Interstellar.
Like, what? Like, exactly. And so you start fresh, or she's there, and they'll meet her, but she'll be like, they'll literally be like, what? And the Emperor was brought back, and you had to kill him by yourself, and like, She's like, yeah, I heard your voice.
Yeah, I get
you. I heard you. She's like, what are you talking about? Like,
and so then Thrawn would be the big bad.
But Thrawn would be the big bad or whatever. Thrawn would be.
Why is he? I don't know if you guys seen it, right? But what is this big thing with this dude? Like,
bro,
why is it? Oh, like if you have Palpatine,
no. Well, Palpatine had powers and mysticism. This is the type of guy like you don't want to play Monopoly against because he's like undefeated.
Even like Luthor.
Even when he loses, he wins.
But he still works for Palpatine, no? Like he's not this guy that he's as his own.
He works for the Empire.
No, he works for the Empire. Esto fue después de Palpatine, if I'm not mistaken, because la historia de Thrawn happened after.
No, so I think that
So then he works for Snoke.
No, so from what I understand, and I wish Deka was here because he'd be a great reference point. And there were books that came out where this character made a debut, and in those books it was after Palpatine.
So
now within this universe that they've established or whatever with the Clone Wars and all this other stuff, Thrawn like literally came up besides Anakin.
Oh yeah, that's different, definitely.
Like so he when he was younger, he met Anakin Skywalker or whatever, like you know, Vader or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so he knows of Anakin. He knows all his exploits. He knows he was Vader or whatever. So he's still working for the Empire, and I think he knew about the
another one that knows that Anakin is Darth Vader.
He's a douche, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So at one point he was working for Palpatine. He just outlived Palpatine.
That must be true. Yeah,
I think
because
so. I wish Deka was here, but
if he was rising up with Anakin, he will hopefully it's great. At if he rose up with Anakin,
what are you talking about? Who rose up with Anakin?
You said fucking Thrawn was like they kind of knew each other. No, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
He knew of him.
He knew of him. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So then the Empire really began with Palpatine. Palpatine is the one that created the Empire, no?
Well, I guess you could say that, right? He's the guy that chooses
like Revenge of the Sith. It was like, yo, no more fucking democracy. I'm taking over. He fucking did the Empire. Then when he dies, pickled Snoke comes into fucking play, and it's Palpatine anyway. Like, so he is like a general for Palpatine.
But what happens is he gets transported to another galaxy while the Emperor's still in power, right?
When does Rebels happen? Esa es la pregunta.
So Star Wars Rebels, I can't believe, Deka, you're not here right now. This is starting to get on my last nerves. I have to be the reference.
I'm telling you, bro. All week with this shit.
Google it.
Yeah, I know.
Pero yo tengo entendido que Rebels happens after episode 6, por eso te digo.
So filling the gap between episode 3 and episode 4.
What?
Oh, what?
Wow. Damn.
Is important animated series in the Star Wars franchise, filling the gap in between episode 3 and episode 4. That makes perfect sense. So he knows of Anakin. He knows he's Darth Vader. Well, actually, that's actually a big thing that he knows that he's Darth Vader. That goes to show how smart he is. He put those two and two together.
Just like
he's basically working for the Empire, which is under control of Palpatine.
So then, all right, so he works for fucking Palpatine.
Before Palpatine gets defeated, I think he gets blasted off into another galaxy.
Yeah.
See, it must be. Yeah. So he comes back to a galaxy.
So he comes back. He would come back. Damn, he would come back and there's no Palpatine.
Exactly, there's nothing.
But that's what I'm saying, and it's like he would come back, right? At this point in time.
That's the point, though. If you bring this guy back before you bring back Palpatine again, then there was a bigger threat. What, like, they had seen everything before they brought back Palpatine? Like this, they had already dealt with this.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like
he's not around in the Rey movies.
No.
And at this point within the timeline that Ahsoka's in, right? Basically, the Empire, there's just remnants of the Empire. The Empire, this is already after Return of the Jedi.
Exacto, but before episode 7.
Okay, so then he would come back with like one Imperial ship.
Yep.
So why the fuck is everybody so like? Because they have a whole fucking squad, the whole galaxy.
Yeah, but that's the problem with this guy. He's like a military strategical jet, like a strategy, like mastermind. Mm-hmm. Like this is the type of guy that with one ship and a couple of dudes with tattered armor, like he could start some very bad shit for people. That's
theoretically.
That's this guy. Like if this was a wrestling thing, that's his promo. Like he is the guy that you don't even want a piece of burnt toast with this guy because he'll MacGyver like a laser. Like you know what I mean? Like this is the dude you don't want.
Yeah, because like everybody it sounds like everybody's so scared of this dude, and I'm like,
he's got one
ship. Like
spoilers in the book. I believe I read that he gets betrayed by like his right hand. That's his downfall.
Basic Star Wars shit. Like
command is the one that like stabs him in the back or something like that.
Nice.
So then, all right, wait a minute. So then his end is already been highlighted.
No, because in the book, that's not canon right now. This character's origin came from books before we even had episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Years ago.
That was like in the 80s. In the
80s. Years ago, this character came out or whatever, and they wrote him really well. They wrote him really well in the book, supposedly.
They did a trilogy of books.
And then they brought him into Clone Wars, but that's not the same. Like, it's inspired by the book's versions, but obviously it's a different story. Same character, same traits. You know what I mean? But it's not. It can't be the version from the books or whatever.
Okay, think about it like this: Dragon Ball, in Dragon Ball terms, ¿te acuerdas cuando salieron las películas de Broly? And then when Super came around, they did el version de Broly del creador original because the original Broly de las películas wasn't like the original creator's vision. So then he redid Broly's idea, but he redid it in his own form. So piensa en eso.
Yeah. So where are we going with this whole? This is the problem with the series. You know, there's things in the series that like they've kept me like mildly interested. I'm not blown away, but I keep on coming back because I'm like, what's the point of the series? Like, what's gonna happen now? You know what I mean? Like everybody's putting a lot of stock into the outcome of the series, and like there's a lot of rumors that it's gonna push the future of like Star Wars. You know, like where the story is going. So in my head, I would want for this character, this big baddie, to somehow land in the future after what happens in Rey's movies. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh shit, like here we go again. Like we have a big guy that he wants to like get the Empire back together, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
All right, so
because to put him before Rey, to me doesn't make sense. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
Again, when it comes to Star Wars, I'm more knowledgeable than the average fan, but there's still a lot of shit that I don't know. Where does the game fucking Jedi Order fall? Like Cal Kestis, where does he fall with like in the timeline of all this shit? Because Vader's alive, no, in his game?
Yes, Vader's alive in his game.
In the second one?
I believe so. Yeah, still.
Okay, so then he would already, if he were to exist here, he would already be just a grown ass fucking man.
Grown ass man. Yep.
Oh, you're gonna laugh though, because the two things that they have in common is they keep on talking about an alien race, an ancient alien race called the Zepho. And in the games, they mention the Zepho a lot, and in the series, they keep on showing stuff about the Zepho or whatever. The Zepho were like supposedly these extremely powerful like aliens, like way predating like anything that's been mentioned in like Jedis and like Sith legends or whatever. And then supposedly they became so powerful, like they were their own downfall or some shit like that. So why they keep on mentioning that, like I don't know where that's leading anyway. I don't know where that's leading also. Like they keep on mentioning that stuff or whatever, and there's so many rumors about where this is going.
But is this like Marvel that like Feige has his hand in everything, or is it just a bunch of different captains all running? Is this like some DC shit? Like Filoni? Is Filoni like in the games, in the fucking cartoons, in the live action, in the movies?
That's the thing, though. So I know that Filoni has his hand in this and had his hand in Rebels and Clone Wars. That's his Filoni universe.
So he has nothing to do with the games.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I can't tell you yay or nay on that part.
After everything de Disney, todo eso es canónico. Todo está junto como estilo DCU de James Gunn. Everything's connected. So one way or another, quizá lo de Cal Kestis probablemente pasa after episode, no, tiene que ser en between episode 5 or 6 probablemente, pero ya vaya Ahsoka, como ustedes dijeron, he must be a grown ass man, todo esto está conectado.
So could Kestis be Balin?
Yo creo que ya alguien hubiera dicho algo. I don't think that's gonna be like the reveal.
Can't what?
Could Cal Kestis be Balin?
No,
No, because Balin is too old, or because he's out of character.
No, because I don't think there's any overlap, and there's no story explanation for that yet. I don't think the two characters' ideologies are even remotely like related.
Because that's very much like you've seen Dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like season 1, 2, and 3, you see, like if you miss season 2 and then you go straight to season 3, you like.
No,
watch Lex say that, y el último episodio reveal es que eso.
No, but they can't do that. They can't do that because also they have the predicament of the actor passed away.
No, true, pero this was
but the actor passed away like. It was already scripted. It was already filmed. It just so happened that the actor passed away.
That's a stupid setup in the sense that, like, now, okay, so what? You introduce them for these 6 episodes, and you just kill them off, or you can't bring them forward.
But remember, this was planned before he died, so it was already stipulated. They wasn't expecting him to fucking die.
I don't think that's gonna be. I highly doubt that's gonna. If that's another, I'll be like, man, this is extremely stupid. This is like you sound like you have a plan, but you're just writing shit down on a napkin at this point, and like, okay, it sticks. Like,
so at this point, where Star Wars is at,
I think Balin is gonna be. Balin's character isn't gonna be something that like moves forward. I think it's gonna be relegated to this series, and that's it. But I think that whole thing that Balin is calling to Balin, that's a setup for like something else that we're gonna have to see like how they're gonna deal with that or whatever in the future. I think Bayless is just like a pawn to introduce something big or someone else.
So as far as Star Wars goes, right? What show, in your opinion, right? What show would you want to see? Like based on what character would be like, okay, this I have to fucking catch this. This is gonna catch me back into the Star Wars universe.
What's gonna hook me back into the Star Wars universe?
Like what show would you want to see?
I would want to see a Cal Kestis show. I don't want to see a Cal Kestis show, the video game or whatever. His character, like his story is compelling, and the way at least the first game, because I haven't played the second one, at least the way the first one pans out, it has a lot of holy shit moments in that game. Not just the ending. Not just the ending. There's he faces off against like Jedi zealots that like turn to the dark force or whatever, like the dark side. There's stuff in that game that is pretty freaking cool, and not just because you control the character. There's like a lot of exploration of different worlds in that game, and you don't see in any of the other series. There's supporting characters which are compelling as well. I forget her name. The character played by the woman from Mad TV. Sorry that we have to relegate her character to that, but her story is like really interesting. Her failure
from Mad TV.
Yeah,
the little Chinese lady.
No, no, bro.
The skinny black chick.
Yes, she used to be on Mad TV. She used to be a comedian.
I didn't even know she was doing shit. Holy shit! I haven't seen that lady in fucking decades, bro.
She's also. I think she plays Amanda Waller in the
Titans one, right?
No, what's the name of the Suicide Squad game? She plays Amanda Waller in the Suicide Squad game, which we still haven't seen come out.
Damn, bro, I haven't even thought about that woman, bro.
She's been heavy in the video game acting world. She's been
Jesus Christ, bro. I haven't thought about that woman, bro, like since like early 2000s. Holy shit.
She's been doing a lot of voice work also as well. She's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I'd like to see a Cal Kestis show.
Like a Cal Kestis show based on the game, or like a continuation?
No, continuation. But at the same time, you would have to be careful because you fall into the same exact pattern that these people are falling into. Of like, if you didn't play that long ass game and like live the game, you're gonna be lost. You know what I mean? But if you retell the story, some people that play the game are gonna be like, "Why do I want to go through the shit again? Like the game was better." That's slippery slope. I like Balin's character. I think he's on a different show, acting wise as well. I think his acting chops, like he was. I could have watched the show just with that character.
Yeah, me too. I like his character a lot.
I think Miguel's speaking, but he's not saying anything. Nope.
How about now?
Yeah.
You're good now. Yeah, you just lagged
What did I
terribly. Es que como que you just...
So I could watch a show of Balin by himself.
Me too.
And, you know, I go watch a show with him and his side chick, his Padawan or whatever. I go watch a show with him and the blonde girl, whatever. And just like his journeys of like, I'm not a Sith, I'm not a Jedi. I got this goal in mind, but I also have to watch out for this girl because she tends to teeter on either being one of the good guys and that's not what we're supposed to be about. I could have watched.
That's what I'm saying.
I could have watched an entire show of that. That would have added a whole bunch of layers onto what it is to be a Jedi and a Sith, or be gray, or whatever the hell you want to call them, or whatever. And you know, that character's acting and that actor's performance is like on another level to me. I appreciate it a lot more than what everybody else is doing.
But that's what I'm saying.
The robot is compelling to me.
I like the robot, but it just seems
seen 1,000 years basically of Jedi's coming and going.
2,500. I heard 2,500 fucking years, bro.
Yeah. Hey, careful! You don't want to show off the medicine you're taking, bro. Keep it private.
I don't want to hear in the background.
This is for my cholesterol.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
This one is
Yeah,
for
all right.
my Crohn's.
Okay.
So
You're not supposed to crush those, bro.
Anyways, anyway, enough with the innuendos. So that character's seen a lot. That again, the robot's like super interesting to me, and the way they write his dialogue and his voice is like very compelling. I don't know. I'm really interested in the damn robot.
I like Balin. It just for me, it just feels like Balin is just given more to chew on. Like his character and shit. Like I don't like for me again. I don't think there's a character in here that is being done wrong because of the actor. I think Ahsoka doesn't have so much to chew on as a character than Sabine or as Balin. Like you see Sabine looks like she's still evolving. Like Ahsoka looks like she's already where she's gonna be at. Like she has some things where she has to work on, like with her faith and like when it comes to training Sabine and shit like that. But it doesn't look like she has an arc. She looks like she's plateauing. Balin, there's just so much mystery behind them.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You saw all episodes, right?
All the episodes? Yeah, I saw all the episodes now.
Except episode 8. I've never been one to say, even with Rey's development in the last 3 Star Wars, I've never been one to jump on the bandwagon of like, I don't like this show or I don't like this movie because it's blatant, like blowing up a female character to be, something she doesn't deserve. Like I've never been on that boat. Even though I've seen it, I'm like, I could deal with it. Like it's not a big deal. It's not a big blow to my ego. Just to see the woman be the prolific character or whatever. And but what I didn't understand was Ezra, and then when you get Ezra, he does the whole like Luke Skywalker thing in episode 7 of like, I don't want a lightsaber. Episode 8, I don't want a lightsaber. Oh, don't touch it. Like, oh, I don't want to fight. I'm a pacifist now all of a sudden. But yeah, you gave Sabine John Wick style gun and a lightsaber out here, and she's supposed to be the shitty Jedi. Like,
but isn't she like a Mandalorian? Isn't she like bang bang pow pow since she was a kid or some shit?
My point is, you made her character visually look so dope. It felt like blatant, like wokeness, like.
For me,
we're gonna take the male character. It genuinely felt like somebody saw the story and said, "Oh no, that's what you normally do. You look for the male character to save the day, and he's supposed to be a badass. Not today, motherfucker. We're gonna give Sabine the most coolest looking segments of like one handing a pistol, one handing a lightsaber, and like shooting fire. I was like, damn." But
for me, it didn't feel like that.
The guy that we were looking for the whole time, the guy that's like, supposed to be a Jedi, he's like, I don't want to fight. Ew, I don't want to touch a lightsaber. What is that? You take it. Like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, then why? What are we searching for if this guy's a chump? We should have just left him on the planet then. If he's useless, if he's as useless as an asshole right here, Then why do we like?
For me, I didn't feel like that. For me, it opens up. For me, I didn't see shit about Ezra. So for me, it opens up that if Ezra was this person who was like, yo, full on rebel, let's attack, let's fight, quick to guns, shoot, pow, pow, pow. All this time passed. For me, it opens up the door that obviously something has happened. There's been a transition in the character because all these years passed. So when I see him and I see Sabine so badass at the beginning of the show, she's very much introduced as this bad bitch. She's on the motorcycle, she's fucking, and then because of the basic knowledge that I have of what Mandalorians are, when it's explained that she's a Mandalorian, I'm thinking, okay, well, this bitch gotta have a lot of talent when it comes to fighting, when it comes to guns and all that type of shit. So her being badass just looks like it's in character for me. Because Balin is a bad motherfucker. The other guy who ended up turning into nobody was pretty fucking bad too. It's just I don't know, for me it looked like that.
I don't know. For me, it felt very weird. I was like, I felt like you built up. We're searching for this guy. He's very important, or whatever. We don't want to leave him behind. Like we have to find him. Blah blah. Like he sacrificed himself for us. And like when it was his moment to shine, like he was like, ew, like I don't want to touch him. And if you notice, if you look at closely at his dick, he has the equivalent of like a U.S. soldier in World War II with Nazi ears hanging off. He has dog tags, bro. If you look at his gear, he has his thing is made out of like a stormtrooper dog tags, and we're not talking about like 5 or 15. Like, yo, he's been putting in that work. So then he's a character that's like taking a boatload of lives. He's like a one-man army. And then when you show him, he's like, I don't want to touch a lightsaber. Ugh. Like what?
To me, looking at him, I never got the notion that was like, yo, we have to get Ezra because Ezra's gonna save the day. Ezra's that motherfucker that if we have Ezra with us, can't nobody do nothing to us. To me, it very much felt like only the green chick and Sabine was like, we gotta get Ezra. And it was because Ezra's my boy. Ezra saved me. I owe it to Ezra to get back to him. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get the hint. Like in ningún momento I was like, yo, once they got Ezra, it's a wrap, B. Ain't nobody doing nothing. For me, it was like, yo, he saved us. They explained Sabine didn't feel like she had a family. Like she was like orphaned and shit. And Ezra is the only person that feels like a familiar to her because she feels like even Ahsoka bounced on her. So she felt abandoned by Ahsoka. You see that she's being celebrated in the first episode, and she's like, nah, I'm out. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I don't want people celebrating me. I don't feel comfortable. Like it feels like the only person she feels comfortable with is with like Ezra. So to me, it just felt like, yo, like this is a person that I love, and not even romantically. This is like my boy. Like if I have the chance to do it, I'm gonna go get my boy. But I didn't get like that John Connor shit. Like we save him, it's a wrap. We save everything. I don't
think that's why I say we get a wrap, but I feel like they mention him enough in the show and his exploits, and or at least you don't know, but like the Rebels show establishes that he's a pretty prominent figure in like the lore already. So I don't know. It's another one of those things of like why I don't know. It was very weird. I was like, all right, Ezra's gonna do his thing, and now it's just like he's not even fighting. He's fighting like a pacifist. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So his fighting style is a callback to his master because his master could use like little kung fu force pushes strictly or whatever. But at the same time, it's like it felt very much like you're trying to make this female character like the coolest possible thing you can make her, at the expense of like this male character coming out looking like a bitch.
I didn't take it like that because I don't.
Right? Did you feel that, or was it?
I haven't seen the last episode.
You just feeling the fire. You have one.
I didn't feel like that. I'm gonna tell you why. One of the reasons why I didn't feel like that is because she got her ass like properly handed to her like twice from the other chick, from Balin's chick. So I was like, I don't look at Sabine like Sabine is fucking John Wick because she already got her ass whooped. Like she should be dead by now already. Like in the beginning of the show, she got stabbed the fuck up. She should be fucking dead. So she don't look like a threat to me. She's like, okay, she's more than this guy because she beat a couple scrubs. Who she beat? Like she beat those fucking guys that are like equal to like I forgot the name of those creatures, but they fucking their face is black and they have those little fucking
Jawas.
She's fucking beating Jawas like she was beating scrubs. There wasn't nobody.
I don't know. There were stormtroopers. They weren't. Oh no, they weren't stormtroopers. They were the other weird looking people, which I don't even know who the hell those people are.
The dead stormtroopers, even worse. They got molded by gold.
They weren't just the dead stormtroopers. That's not confirmed either, by the way. So,
the gold motherfuckers and the fucking red Jawas. It was like she ain't beat nobody to me. The person that she had to fight, she got her ass whooped twice by. So she ain't do nothing to me at this point. She's like, all right, she ain't do nothing to me.
Okay.
Sally.
Esa Sally.
Oh, wait.
That's actual Sally.
Sally?
No, it must be something wrong. You might be right.
Something's going on, but she's unmuted.
She is unmuted. Well, she'll get there, but that is Sally. That is for sure Sally.
Yeah. Some weird stuff going on in this podcast.
Ahorita no fue Sally. Trust me.
There's some weird shit going on.
Ahora sí.
Hey!
Did you try coming on before?
No.
This is my first time.
I told you. My theory. I got you. I know it's you.
Bro, we were hacked, bro.
But why would we have 3 different people? Like,
he was trying to do the whole thing of like, look, here's the family all together, even though they're not there.
That's how you know. That's how you know we made it, bro. We had 1 episode, and I don't know how long. We got comments. We got people hacking our shit. We made it, bro. We're back.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll end up my rant on the show because we didn't even get anywhere, much like the show.
No, but let me give you my thoughts, for the minute.
Okay.
So I'll be brief. Surprisingly, I think the show is fine. It's a fine show. Me gusta más que por ejemplo Obi-Wan, but I think el problema fue que I was attached to Obi-Wan's character porque pues cuando era chamaquito y las precuelas, so I like his character a lot. So me encojonó más ver lo que pasó con Obi-Wan que lo que está pasando en Ahsoka. En Ahsoka yo solamente vi los primeros 3 seasons de Clone Wars, and I like her character. Y simplemente ustedes me explicaron, entre que yo busqué por internet otros panas, me explicaron más o menos lo que pasa con Rebels al final, so I understood un poquito el intro para entrar a Ahsoka. I think el error de Ahsoka primordial fue que, but then it was a double-edged sword. They should have promoted it como Rebel Season 5 or 6, but since they didn't, because eso no vende, tenían que venderlo como Ahsoka, pues then you kind of alienate un poquito a tu audiencia. I think it's fine, porque como tú bien dijiste al principio, the whole thing about a map and finding someone está tan trillado, because that's literally A New Hope, eso literally Force Awakens, eso son un montón de películas que hemos visto antes. Eso es una buena plantilla para introducir todos estos personajes con una trama bastante sencilla. You know, we got someone we got to find, and we have a big bad, and he's a blue guy. Cool. That's easy for everyone to understand, and you just put a bunch of characters in, and you just let it roll. Lo que pasa es que they should have made it a little more accessible, y estos personajes tienen character arcs un poquito más sencillo, y si tú vas a estar estableciendo cosas previas, you need to show them. Obi-Wan, for all its faults, if you guys remember, we made a joke about this in the podcast when we used to do it a long time ago. Cuando Obi-Wan episodio 1 empieza, when it started episode 1, empezó con un recap de cuántos 5 minutos de básicamente las películas. Why the hell didn't they just do that en Ahsoka? Why didn't they just give you 5 minutes de como el introduction de Ahsoka en Clone Wars, los beats importantes, después entramos a Rebels, los beats importantes de todos los personajes, 5 minutos, and then you start the show, you know? It could have been better, porque así te ambientabas bastante en el mundo de Filoni, en los personajes, y no estés como tú estás ahora mismo pensando, Azra means this big thing, when clearly parece que it doesn't mean jack shit. It's well shot, it's well edited, el pacing está cool, aunque hay episodios, por ejemplo, ese episodio de 22 minutos fue estúpida, should have been meshed in another episode, no sé por qué carajo le hicieron un standalone de 22 minutos. El show falta de la misma cosa que siempre pasa. Estos shows don't know how to end because now, como tú bien dijiste, falta un episodio. They need to close so many threads. They're not going to be able to close them effectively. Y entonces probablemente se va a quedar un cliffhanger por season 2 que are we going to care for a season 2 o esto va a tirarse para la película que we still don't know if it's even going to happen. So it's a fine show. It's a fine show. Tiene sus cosas cool. Bailing está cool. That's it.
My predictions is somebody's going to get left behind in the weird galaxy. Like I went at Diablo.
Eso Lex, I told you.
Yeah. Someone's gonna get left behind in the weird planet. Thrawn is gonna make it out.
Yeah.
I think Thrawn is gonna make it out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, man, I don't know. I believe this either is gonna, if it's not gonna lead into a season 2, it's gonna bleed into another series.
It's gonna lead into the movie for sure. Ese es el plan, estoy casi certero. Porque acuérdate que anunció la jodida película que va a ser una mezcla de todo esto.
They still have that Skeleton Crew shit to come out.
No, pero Skeleton Crew tiene nada que ver con lo de Filoni. It's just like a kid's story. Yes. Yes, yo leí la sinopsis. Bueno, leí la liquida sinopsis, maybe. It's just a bunch of kids que hanguean con, creo que Jude Law or the other guy that looks like Jude Law. Y they just like work with droids and stuff. It's like a kid's show. Eso es lo que es el show realmente. It doesn't have to do anything con Filoni. Incluso lo hizo John Watts, que es el director de Spider-Man movies.
Uh-huh.
So,
¿Tú quieres saber algo?
Yes, ma'am. Go.
Welcome back.
We missed you.
Yeah, I missed you guys too. ¿Sabes qué es lo que pasa con Ahsoka? Que está hecho para un nicho dentro de un nicho.
True.
Cuando tú vienes a ver, hay mucha gente que vio Clone Wars, hay mucha gente que vio Rebels y se quedaron ahí y gente que estuvo fiel, incluyendo cuando cancelaron una, la volvieron a poner. So, realmente eso es un nicho de un nicho.
Yeah.
Porque la historia de Ahsoka, Ezra y Sabine y todo el mundo se puede contar bien aparte, no tiene que ver un carajo con los Skywalker hasta cierto punto. Sí tiene que ver con Anakin, y esas son las partes como que más icónicas e importantes de Ahsoka, pero realmente they had their own thing. Like, they have their own thing. Cuando venimos a ver, ellos pueden ser their own thing. They don't need Anakin después de ahora. Ellos pueden seguir con lo suyo. So, en realidad lo pienso de esa manera, como que es un nicho de un nicho.
Yeah. You know, another thing that bothers me about that series is that the Rebel show introduced that whole thing with the world between worlds. Is that what they call it?
Yes.
That's something like that concept is pretty bonkers. Or whatever, and that's the explanation for Ahsoka's even like existence within this universe we're seeing now, if that's what you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And then you go and you touch on it again in this series, and you really don't give an answer as to what the hell it is, or why. If you're gonna touch it, like I would assume that you would explain to a point of like this is the reason why she's even alive and here. You know what I'm saying? Like this crack or gap or point in like time. Mm-hmm. It's like in between whatever, like life and death.
Yeah.
Like I would assume that you would make it part of the Ahsoka character. Like you would explain like her purpose for being alive comes from, you know, like you touch this world again, like here's an explanation as to why she's here or whatever, and like maybe she has to do something and she goes right back into the black hole, you know, that's her destiny or whatever. But you don't never, like they peppered in something that visually looked crazy and like it looked like it was heading somewhere, and then cut out 45 minutes and it's done with again. We never even speak about it again.
It's just an excuse for a cameo.
It's an excuse for a wardrobe change. That's all it was. Like
no.
No, pero tú diciendo, oh, they just want to touch it. Yo aquí, oh, no, you want them to massage it, not frisk it.
Yeah, like they were like, ooh, like it was just, I don't know, like, and then the way they treated it was almost as if, like, it was like a spiritual place, not a physical place, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm lost, bro. I'm lost.
Ahí ese episodio, yo entiendo que mucha gente le gustó. I always end up with the confusion de what was the whole point of it. No por una perspectiva de que pues vino Anakin. I can understand bringing Anakin if you want to tell something with the character. Pero el problema es que that may be my fault por no haber visto Rebels. Pero todo el character arc que ella tuvo en ese episodio en particular, después de haber tenido 4 episodios donde you don't know where her character stands, where she is. Esta cuestión de que she's grappling con esta culpabilidad o hasta cierto punto con esta cosa de que she's want to give up. Yo no lo vi presente en toda la serie que yo estaba viendo. Again, maybe this is something that happens in Rebels, and it probably does. Y yo creo que sí, porque creo que Magufín me habló un poquito de eso. Pero ponerle en quinto episodio una serie cuando no contextualizaste nada, entonces tener a Ahsoka lidiando con estos inner demons que you never see, you're like, what the hell's going on? Where was this the whole time? En la serie. Entonces se sintió más, mi perspectiva fue que lo sentí más como un fan service, even though I know it's not, I know que hay un propósito. Yo puedo ser justo y decir que Filoni's not doing this just for fan service, porque el tipo es capaz, lo ha demostrado. Pero en este episodio, dado a que you don't have the context, you're just seeing things happen, visuals happen, para que la gente en Twitter goes insane, diga, diablo, look, like they put him in the suit, put him in the clothes, look, there's the battle that we all remember.
He looks just like in Clone Wars. Oh, shit.
Como que, cool, pero what are you doing this? Y hubiera aprovechado, like, this could have been something, this could have been, we talked about this cuando pasó en Obi-Wan, you could have aprovechar tener a Hayden Christensen, and you could have just done flashbacks, you could have recontextualized their relationship cuando pasó quizá lo que pasó cuando se convirtió en Darth Vader, que tengo entendido que they had like un ultimate fight, ahí se dio cuenta Ahsoka que era él, después que ella estaba en super denial, y después se acabó. Why don't you use that como tu crux emocional going into Ahsoka, como que pasó algo que triggers estas memorias de que diablo, la culpabilidad por lo de Vader, am I thinking this? Y entonces a través de la serie tú estás viendo eso hasta su punto climático cuando lo ve en The World Between Worlds y tiene un tipo de catarsis. But no, she's just fucking MacGuffin, tengo que buscar a Ezra, tengo a Sabine por el lado y de pronto, oh, ¿verdad? Anakin existe. Es como que, fuck, you could have just peppered that throughout un poquito. Que hasta Obi-Wan, for all its faults, at the very least, it gives you the idea of him feeling guilt de lo que le pasó a Anakin, because you keep seeing him throughout los episodios sporadically. And he talks about this con otros personajes. So cuando la pelea con Vader pasa, que shouldn't have happened, pero fine, pasó, there's at least an emotional core a la pelea. Pero aquí, cuando pasa con Anakin, it just seems como que fan service, a menos que hayas sabido cuántas horas de contenido previamente.
¿Tú crees que si ellos hubiesen hecho eso, bueno, a como Disney suele hacer ciertas cosas, don't you think they would have made it a crutch instead of helping the storytelling? Porque, vamos, ellos no pueden contar una puta historia sin meter a alguien del Skywalker saga, ¿sabes? Ni para el carajo. A ver, no pueden tirar algo que sea nuevo, no pueden tirar algo que sea, qué sé yo, pueden tirar flashbacks, pero they tend to use crutches a lot.
Sí.
Y yo pienso que me hubiese encantado que hubiese empezado así como que she remembering what happened y dónde ella está ahora, qué fue o sea, eso te lo doy 100%, que es como que dame un chin de contexto en dónde ella está ahora después de Mandalorian. Como que cómo ella llegó aquí, además de lo que vimos en Mandalorian. Como que dame algo. She must have done something because we don't fucking know en ese tiempo. No sabemos cuánto tiempo pasó.
And this is after the episode of Mandalorian, right?
Yes, this would be after Mandalorian, la segunda vez que la vimos.
Yeah.
Sí, pero como que viéndolo de esa manera, como que ok, ¿hace cuánto tiempo pasó eso? Who's gonna remember?
True.
You know?
Sí.
Como que, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué ella hizo? All the member berries, they would have been good. Que por lo menos el primer episodio se hubiese basado más o menos en eso. Claro. Como que un retelling of what's going on, pero no usarlo como un crush en toda la fucking serie. Que pues, yo digo
que es un buen punto. Yo pienso que si, ya que, como tú dices, they can't just do una historia sin un Skywalker, pues since you're doing it, pues use it para por lo menos darme algo de profundidad al personaje. I'd rather, like you said, I'd rather que no esté Anakin envuelto. Ya Anakin pasamos la página, está con Sabine, está bregando con Ezra, está bregando con el tipo azul. Let's just leave with that. Y ya está, porque ya tuvo su catarsis pasó en Rebels, encontró a Darth Vader, se dio cuenta de Darth Vader es Anakin, oh my god, ya yo lidié con mis inner demons, pasó mucho tiempo, estoy fine, es página nueva. Pero si, ya que están usándolo, porque tienen que usarlo, porque Disney le dijo, tenemos que usar a Hayden Christensen, pues then use it, como tú dices, as a crutch, que maybe it's not the right approach, pero ya que lo vas a tener, at least use them more, para que entonces contextualices, para que cuando llegues a ese punto no se sienta que simplemente me pusiste un Anakin porque tú sabías que tu serie es una mierda y necesitabas justificarla con tener a Hayden Christensen en el quinto episodio. Porque eso es lo que parece. Entonces, cuando tú ves los Nielsen Numbers, saliendo un poquito del tema, cuando tú ves los Nielsen Numbers, se nota. Los primeros dos episodios estuvieron en el top 10. Ya para el tercer episodio, ya los números se fueron down the crater. Claro, ¿cuándo empezó la conversación de Ahsoka? Cuando salió freaking Anakin.
Exacto, sí. Bueno, al principio estaba porque pues la gente estaba ya esperándola y eso, entonces pues
dipped y solo subió para Anakin.
Pero la jodienda es que, mano,
I think 8 episodes, 9 episodes for everything they're introducing all at once is like.
It's too short. Yo no entiendo por qué ellos piensan que eso es una buena fucking idea. Porque con la otra serie ha sido lo mismo. Mandalorian le dieron más, a Visions le dieron más. ¿A qué carajo le dieron más? O sea, es
pero
como
lo que pasa que I think how many was Boba Fett?
Boba Fett fueron par, hicieron más que 6 episodios, ¿verdad?
6, exacto, sí.
Esto miserablemente horrible.
Damn, but that felt long.
Yeah,
that felt like how long was each episode though?
It was
it had to
like 30 y pico, 40 y pico, algo así. Entonces, acuérdate que siempre son 1 hora, pero son 30 minutos de créditos, como yo digo.
Boba Fett's episode felt like eternal to me.
¿Sabes por qué fue? Por el wonky pacing, porque estaba usando los flashbacks. O sea, se tiraron el Arrow. ¿Te acuerdas que Arrow echaba para atrás, echaba para frente, echaba para atrás un criquero? En vez de hacerlo lineal, quizás lineal hubiera sido un poquito más entretenido. Es como que ven la mano levantándose. De pronto, ahí empieza el show. Mano levantándose. Yo digo, what the fuck? Entonces vemos para el episodio de él hangueando con los Sand People y vendimos al tiempo presente cuando pasó de Mandalorian. Seguimos con la serie. Porque todo lo que pasa, el tiempo presente, it's not that engaging. He's just like dealing with randos por la mayoría de la serie y después de pronto se convierte en Mandalorian por 2 episodios. So it's just fucking, it's a waste también.
Yeah.
So there's 1 episode left.
Yes.
What's the over under? Do you guys think this is gonna end well? Do you guys think they're gonna
cliffhanger? They're gonna do a cliffhanger.
Will the cliffhanger be satisfying? Like, do you think they're gonna end the series and you're gonna be like, okay, that was a good ending?
They're gonna end with the ending de que Thrawn le ganó a toda esta gente y ahora tienen que lidiar con Thrawn después, porque Thrawn no se va a resolver en un episodio. They wouldn't be that. Well, they've been stupid. They did that shit con el otro malo azul en Boba Fett. They did kill him so quickly.
Damn, Cat Bane in 1 episode.
True, so who knows? ¿Sabe Dios? Duro. Probablemente, no, yo no creo que lo hagan con Thrawn porque they've hyped him way too much para que lo abaten en un solo episodio. So my guess is que va a terminar, ¿te acuerdas cómo terminó Giancarlo Esposito en Mandalorian Season 1? Something like that. So they're gonna have an attack y después Thrawn's gonna lick his wounds y va a venir para una película probablemente con a massive zombie army. Algo así.
I feel like all that Filoni wants is like his Avengers moment of having all his characters pop out of portals versus like a big ass army or whatever, and then like all my universe's toys are coming together.
I feel like sí, es lo único.
I feel like with the next episode that comes, no matter what happens, if you're not digging this show yet, then no matter what cliffhanger happens, you're not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like if you like this show and you like where it's going, then if it ends on a cliffhanger, you're already invested. You're gonna like it. But if you don't like it, I don't see how at this point, with 1 episode left, anything could realistically happen.
I'll tell you right now how they do it, how they can get people hooked on the show or whatever. If like they somehow establish that they end up in a different timeline.
Yeah.
If they go the route of like boom, they get out of their universe and where they land, like this isn't the universe that this isn't the timeline we ended up in. Like, what the hell's going? It doesn't necessarily have to be raised. It could be like literally like we're in a timeline where the Empire won. Like Luke is gone. Like what the fuck? Like you know what I mean? Like that type of shit. Like literally, I think everybody will be like, oh, what the like.
Ya sé lo que va a pasar. Picture this. They go back to the universe, like they go back to the main universe. They crash land en un planeta desierto. Hear me out. Planeta desierto, chocan. Están saliendo, they're like confused. Que a la distancia, a la distancia, están viendo a alguien en unos robes. Levanta, no, Ewan McGregor. Están estoqueados entre episodio 3 a 4. Darth Vader surround. De pronto tú ves un Starship, un Star Destroyer por el cielo de ellos y dijeron, oh my God, what have we done? Y miran a la cámara, cortanega.
And that would put Thrawn in that part of the story, like.
Y estás hangueando con Palpatine, con Vader, y eso es, papi, un trifecta ahora. Tienes todos ahí.
¿Tú sabes qué?
Even if they end in another timeline, like again, if they end in another timeline, are you really gonna give a fuck about season 2? If you didn't give would them ending up in a timeline really be like, well, they made this whole season worth it? I haven't been digging this whole season, but just because it ends with them in a new timeline, I think they're gonna fix what they fucked up in season 1. They're gonna fix it in season 2. Like, are you gonna have?
I don't think it'd be that, but I think it would be like, okay, these characters represent now these characters. Damn, he had a stroke. Now these characters represent like a tool that they're gonna use to tell stories that they can whip out their ass. Kind of like, you know what I mean? Like these characters will literally become like they can take them anywhere and do anything with them. You know what I mean? If you do something like that, you're like, oh shit. Like,
a eso yo iba porque
you know what I mean? Like you're putting them in a timeline that maybe doesn't even have anything to do with the Skywalker, like Sally said. Or maybe, holy shit, what if you take them all the way into the past? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but again, that's wishful thinking because we're so dissatisfied.
Yo escuché por ahí que Rey está dando vuelta. Yo no sé ustedes, pero ese cabroncito está jangueando por ahí y tengo que decirlo así porque pues ya ustedes saben cómo terminó Rise of Skywalker y supuestamente hay cositas por ahí. Yo no sé, yo solamente digo lo que veo, pero a mí me está que es capaz que pueden empatar lo que hicieron también con Rey, porque tiene que ver con Palpatine y toda esa mendeja. Y the timeline actually makes a little bit of sense. If you fast forward a little bit more y pones a estos characters un poquito más adultos todavía, yo diría que sí, que there's gonna be a point where they could be like, oh, this is how Rey was born and this is her parents y por eso es que blah blah blah. So it makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Grogu is Rey's dad, and I don't know. It's so crazy.
I thought Rey's father was also her grandfather.
Is that where is Palpatine? I don't even know. I don't remember at this point.
No,
Palpatine cloned him.
I'm sorry,
right, Palpatine cloned himself, and then his clone had Rey.
Yeah.
Wow. So you had two things. He cloned himself, and then the clone gave birth to a male clone. Gave birth.
No, his asshole. You know what I mean? His clone was like, I don't want to do this shit. Fuck, man. God damn. His clone was like, I'm not into this shit. I'm in the fucking galaxy far away. You do that, I'm busting nuts. He had a fucking daughter, and then his Palpatine killed his. It wasn't his son, it was his clone, so he killed him. But that's basically what it is, no? Like, Palpatine is her grandpops, and I don't fucking know her pop. I don't fucking know. She's the father and the grandfather.
Okay, se tiraron un Futurama, we get it. No, pero en verdad se tiraron un Futurama porque Fry es su propio abuelo.
The one person who was talking so much about this series, like talking, is not even here right now to give any explanation. So we're officially putting an end to this conversation right now until next week.
Yeah,
where the new episode will come out. I will either be super hyped or sadly disappointed, and that's where we're at with Ahsoka.
Yep.
I feel like no matter what happens, I'm not going into it with high expectations, so I'm not going to get disappointed.
Okay,
True.
That's good.
I get you.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen anything, and then to know, to off the bat know that no matter what happens, Balin is already dead. Like the actor that plays Balin is already dead, so it's like he's my favorite character in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what happens, and season 2 comes, they're gonna have to recast him if he stays alive, if the character continues. So it's like it's not gonna be the same. So for me, no matter, it's a cool show.
The actor that plays Balin died. He's gone.
Yeah, he died.
He played Punisher as well.
Yeah, he played.
He was in King Arthur.
Yeah,
he's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yo creo que yo me acuerdo, pero fue por lo de Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's been a couple of things.
Yeah.
So
he's also on the show, but he's doing his own thing because his acting is so good. He doesn't even feel like he's in the same show. But
that's what I'm saying. He's my favorite part of the show, and to know that no matter what, even if the character stays alive, there's no way to have him in season 2. So for me, it's a cool show. It's not a bad show, but for me, it's not a bad show by any means. It's just, it's okay. It's all right.
I think that's the problem too. Like, that's why I said I don't know if it's an age thing. because when we're younger, these IPs like they mean so much. It's like when they release a product attached to these, that's how it used to feel back in the day. Anything related to this IP was like, holy shit, we're getting something in this universe. I can't wait for the story they're gonna tell or whatever. But now it's like
there was scarcity también, you had to wait 3 years or you had to wait like 20 years, like if eran tus padres, they had to wait 20 for another Star Wars movie. Ahora salen un show cada 6 meses, un show de Star Wars.
Pero Clone Wars was freaking pretty good when it came out.
It was still based on the idea of scarcity. Cuando salió Clone Wars, it was just Clone Wars and that was it. No era nada más de Star Wars related, ¿me entiendes? Era como que that one thing de Star Wars y ya está. Y maybe esporádicamente, y era animación a todo esto. Yeah. You're seeing live action. It was interesting. Era como que el hype estaba para Mandalorian because it was the thing de Star Wars que hemos visto como en 2 o 3 años y era un show, era novedoso. Pero ya cuando tú tienes 2 shows de Star Wars al año, the novelty wears off. It's not special anymore. Y eso es alguien que yo que pues yo me disfruto. Yo me disfruto las Star Wars movies. I'm
gonna be 100% transparent. And I started watching the first episode and I like fell asleep. I'm gonna have to watch the Diego Luna.
Yeah, Andor one.
Andor. And I have to watch the Andor one, and then maybe that'll bring me up like, oh, there's still hope to tell.
There's still hope, yeah. Eso es lo que todo el mundo me dice, como que you shouldn't have watched Ahsoka, you should have watched Andor.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that it's unfair, like coming off of Andor, the next show you can't come. Like that show was supposedly so fucking good.
Exacto.
I like the next thing to come out. They were screwed from the start because that was so compelling. Damn, that first episode, I was like, I was snoozing out. And I tried.
Would you be interested in a Luke Disney Plus show?
No.
Like young Luke, like in the midst, right before training Kylo, like within there, like
you would have to portray that character, right? You would have to. So for me personally, I would have to be compelled by the things he's doing in the show, and then have him be so fucking devastated. Something would have to happen to that character. I mean, you would have to portray that moment they showed in the films in such a different light to be so fucking mind-blowingly devastating to then justify the way he is in the movie.
See.
That's what I would want to see, because if you're going to give me a show of like Luke's adventures of like just swashbuckling through the galaxy, like we know what happens to that character. You can't make that character super epic and then not show the thing that broke him in half. And turn him into a blue tit sucking, crabby old man.
We've seen that show. Ese es el problema. We've already seen the Luke show. Se llama Obi-Wan. They did this. They did this experiment. Yes, they did. Luke, desde episodio 6.
Already, like, you know what I'm saying?
Episodio 6 a 7, ¿en qué terminó siendo? Fucking un hermit in a fucking planet. Porque él tuvo su escuela y se va al carajo. Y entonces, ¿qué pasa? Obi-Wan pasó lo mismo. It was like 20 years of him being a hermit.
But that's the thing, though. You already find him a broken hermit when you start the show, and you give him a new hope when you show the kids. So
Luke in episodio 8, he was a broken hermit, and then he found hope.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of like, it kind of just like, okay, I don't like that show at all. Those are the things
I don't like it either. Pero
I don't like the fights. I don't like the CGI. Or whatever. Like,
if you attempt to do un Luke Skywalker show, como tú lo estás describiendo, no va a pasar, porque lo que debería pasar es lo que yo piché originalmente para Obi-Wan. It was just him hangueando in a freaking desert for 6 episodes. They're not gonna give you that con Luke haciendo la escuelita y mierda, porque lo que termina pasando es primer episodio es Luke haciendo cositas y de pronto someone's gonna call him from the other side of the galaxy diciendo, by the way, tienes que recoger este nene porque este nene es the future y es un nene, que sea un robot nene, whatever. Él es nene de creator. Y entonces digo, la nena de creator, perdóname.
Después que le dijeron, básicamente le están diciendo que haga lo mismo que hicieron con él.
Que le cua. Y entonces va a pasar lo mismo. You're just gonna have a show donde no es about Luke. Luke is secondary to whatever character they want to push. So why would you want to see a show de eso? It's gonna be the same thing. You've seen it hasta con Ahsoka. Eso es lo que X-Lex se queja.
Tú sabes que porque yo digo que no. Yo digo porque no, porque ya no va a poder castear a Sebastian Stan.
True.
Porque, ¿qué van a hacer? Ponerle CGI para que se vea más joven. Ya no brega. In
a horrible way.
Es como que para eso que sigan con Luke CGI y que después sea lo que Dios quiera.
Que tienen como deepfake. Sí.
That's interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I think I agree with what Sully says. Like, I would want a story so far removed from anything Skywalker Like, just give me a brand new conflict that has nothing to do, like, not even with the Empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some crazy ass shit that's going on literally in a galaxy far, far away.
But that's Visions. Visions is the best example de eso, porque son historias bien desconectadas de todo lo demás. They're just Jedi's and
Bro,
hunters.
I would fucking see a Ronin show, bro.
Sí, yeah.
Pero sería like a continuous line without the one-time thing.
Claro, que no sea una antología. Tú lo quieres una historia secuencial. Pues Acolyte tengo entendido que sería lo más far removed, pero son Sith. So,
exacto. A mí me gustaría ver algo de from the Sith perspective.
Is that true? Keanu Reeves is confirmed for that show?
I don't think so. They would have announced that.
No, yeah, no.
I read somewhere like, yo, Keanu Reeves is like legit, basically like confirmed for that show.
No.
Ese show ya lo filmaron, creo. I think. I don't know.
Really?
No sé. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there at Lucasfilms.
You don't work there.
All right. So we're done with that subject. Too bad the person that's not here, you missed your mark, bro. You should have been here.
Ahsoka es una porquería. Star Wars es una porquería. ¡Ja, ja! ¡Pisao!
Genesis. George Lucas isn't a real filmmaker. Say it.
True. George Lucas only did one good movie. Se llama American Graffiti. It wasn't even Star Wars.
Horrible. All right. So.
Mira, si tú quieres algo de Star Wars, just watch Dune.
True. Original
just
Star
fucking
Wars.
Watch Dune.
Original Star Wars right there.
Ay. Spicy comments.
Yeah.
Mira, so you saw.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
Lo que pasa es que yo soy mamoncito para Saw. So, obviamente yo estaba biased. Pero lo que me sorprendió, I shell for Saw.
And
pero
music came on and
yo estaba bailando, yo estaba
nipples mad hard and stuff. All right, go ahead.
I was bobbing my head and everything. Pero it's actually good. Like, actually good. No, sin joder, de verdad, it's really good. It's really compelling, perdón.
I'm not. Thank you for fixing yourself. I was not gonna bring you on here with the penis cam.
Oh,
good. All right, you're driving.
Yeah, here we go, bro. Back in the car, son.
That shot you had with the penis shot, like looking up at you, I was not gonna bring you in with that camera. So. You can't.
I just want to say hi. I'll talk to you later. I'm driving.
Okay, be safe. Dale, bye-bye.
Be safe. We don't want to see that.
Bro, again with that shit. Just it makes me question what the fuck Orengo said.
What do you mean?
Who the fuck was all those people, bro?
Te digo que fue Dick. Pero why do you question me? I said this desde hace una hora.
Why would they can make three people? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. How did he start?
Él es capaz de joder.
Había un tipo que se llama Gento. Y era Hennessy, era una foto de Hennessy super random que I've never seen Hennessy.
But he was talking. That was Hennessy.
No, he was.
No, that was Hennessy. No, that was Hennessy.
You want to bet?
Oh, really?
He wrote in the chat.
Bro, escribió en el chat y primero se llama Sci-Fi Guy or Sci-Fi Dude.
Mi maldito micrófono. Ahsoka's made for kids. All right, I don't know.
Bro, come on, es Deke. Hennessy no escribe esa forma, no es Deke.
All right, anyway, what a wonderful mystery. Anyway, so you got to see Saw.
Yes, Saw. So de verdad, it's really well done. So what they did here, que era bastante compelling, es que le dieron un character arc a John Kramer, which is surprising. So what they did was, esto continúa después de la primera. So if you know un poquito del Saw lore, you know que John Kramer. Yes. So they give you uno de los elementos que faltaban de la historia, que era lo que le pasó, because he's a cancer patient, so he's going to die. Exacto. So part of his retribution es que simplemente él quiere básicamente enseñar a la gente a través de sus trampas que, try to do better. That's the thing. And it kind of all stems, he was already Jigsaw before this, pero what stemmed de esto fue el trauma que él tuvo cuando le dieron su diagnosis y él, as a last ditch effort, he went to some doctors a que le dieran como que esta basically medicina y una cura bien específica que no está proveída ni aceptada por el FDA, todo eso. Entonces, he goes to New Mexico y se da cuenta que todo era un farce. And then basically le hicieron una enseñanza de un way Jigsaw can do, que era con trampa. That's something that was always alluded to, talked about a través de las películas, but you never saw. Entonces, esta película lo que hace es go back into the past and basically enseñarte ese momento donde John Kramer está dealing con estos inner demons, está dealing con este cáncer, he sees the hopefulness de lo que puede proveer esta medicina y esta potencial treatment para darse cuenta que it's not meant to be. Y después, pues, he gets retribution for this. Es súper metódica, it takes its time, very well paced. You really feel lo que le está pasando a Tobin Bell. Like, Tobin Bell, his best fucking performance ever in his life, yo creo. De verdad, está bien difícil top this. Somehow, like, he made such a compelling character story con su personaje que de verdad yo me lo comí. Yo como que dije, diablo, ese hombre, una fucking pena que de verdad le pasó esto. Como que it really like, it tugs at your heartstrings lo que le pasa a él. Pues, obviamente, he goes and does the traps, pero lo cool es que hasta las trampas son diferentes porque siempre había un showmanship con todas estas trampas. Sí. But this one, since they feel so personal, you feel it a través del performance.
What are you laughing at over there?
I'm laughing because Orengo is like one of the only fucking people, based on the conversations that we've had in the chat and the things that we've known that he has said before, he's like the only person that can be like, I felt my heartstrings were pulled by this fucking maniac killer that just fucking decapitates people and like rips skin off and shit. But I felt so bad for him and shit.
You're saying it kind of justifies his actions. I would do that too.
He was like, I felt for it. Now I understand a pit of needles and having people thrown in that fucking thing. Of course. Now I get it. Now I get it.
Why do you think Amanda lo sigue? Because she understood his methodology.
Pero la cuestión es que we can give you a tech talk, porque Secorengo también podría, porque I could give you a tech talk why everything is justified and why everything is not 100% murder.
Sí, porque la filosofía de él es
I'm gonna be the sane one in this group and say that none of the actions portrayed by John Kramer in that movie are even remotely close to justified.
Okay. No, pero lo que pasa es que ahí, por lo que está diciendo Orengo, no te están reemplazando el trauma que ya él vivió, que es cuando él pierde a su hijo. When his wife was pregnant and everything, he lost the kid and then he loses his wife. Como que ya tú vas viendo que es como que trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma, que es como que holy shit, like it can go deeper.
Saw 11 is like he goes to McDonald's, asks for no pickles, and somebody just douses his shit with pickles.
Y después él lo mira y dice, na. Pues mira, like, it's
now
really,
it's time to play a game.
It's really well done. Like the gore está cool, está bueno. It's not even like the flashiest como que Saw movie, honestamente.
Tengo una pregunta. Vamos a interrumpirte. Do you remember what you felt like watching Saw 1?
Yeah.
Can you say that you felt like that again in any of the
por eso es que te digo. No. O sea, lo que pasa con Saw es un guilty pleasure. Lo digo porque después de la tercera, yo no puedo justificar ninguna película como que es remotamente buena. They're only good porque es un horror soap opera. They're entertaining porque los escritores buscan la forma de justificar cómo un hombre que murió hace 5 películas atrás sigue saliendo en las películas y sigue justificando nuevos aprendices que no existen. It doesn't make any sense. But it's enjoyable to see. But they're not good. Esta película, it actually feels como que there's actual intent behind it y como que they're actually trying to tell you a story basado en los juguetes que ellos tienen con el personaje, con las trampas y toda la mierda.
Do you feel, the question was, do you feel that this movie gave you do you feel that this movie gave you the same exact feeling you felt when you saw the first one? And I'm talking about like visually, the way it's shot, the style, because I think after 2, like 3 down, visually these movies feel like totally different.
Sí,
like one felt really gritty, really like.
Es que la primera literalmente fue un budget de 5 pesos en un solo cuarto.
Pero la otra hace mismo, like te dieron ese mismo feeling of like.
Es por lo menos la paleta de colores no es que sea igual, pero por lo menos la utilizaron como que con ese grunginess que tiene la primera, que tiene ese como que disconnect from the world, porque en realidad you don't feel connected that this is happening in the fucking real world.
Cierto.
Como que esto está pasando en vida real, en un puto warehouse, hasta que tú ves un montón de policías tratando de llegar al sitio, y, o sea, por lo menos más adelante en las otras películas. Cuando salvan al chamaco de la caja fuerte y todo,
que esa fue la segunda.
tú no piensas. Tú no crees que esto es un fucking warehouse, una casa abandonada de las ventas del carajo. You don't think this is the real world. Por lo menos they kept it really cool en esa parte de que no te enseñaban tanto del exterior, te mantenían aquí encajado en este espacio.
En location, sí. Un
poquito
de claustrofobia.
Exacto. Pero en cuestión de la temática, pues obviamente ellos juegan un poquito más con los demás personajes, quién carajo Amanda, cómo es que ellos realmente hacen las cosas, quién los sigue, por qué él lo está haciendo, o sea, cómo lo está haciendo, porque detrás tú ves como Amanda, she moves everything, y tú ves como, es que el final de la segunda es una de mis favoritas, to be really honest. Porque es que ese final, ese fucking twist cuando el jodido nene sale ahí, es como que, what the fuck, de dónde, como que de la manera que te lo cuentan es un poquito más dinámica. La primera es que simplemente era un budget de 5 pesos y estaban en un cuartito los dos.
Yo digo
y el maquillaje con servilletas de
exacto. Yo diría que es la segunda que más me cautuvo, me vi la tercera, porque obviamente Saw 1 es por el factor sorpresa. The first one, you literally don't know what the hell this is. It's two people in a room and they need to figure it out with a dead body in the middle. Eso está interesante, pero in terms of compelling characters, ahí no hay un demonio, ahí no hay nada interesante.
¿En la 2?
No, en la 2.
En esta. Ok, en la 1.
En esta, a mí la segunda me gusta, pero me gusta más la tercera. Quizás porque como iba a ser originalmente la trilogía, pues me tripía más.
Sí.
Yo, como quiera, pondría esta por encima de la tercera, porque aquí esta película hizo una mezcla del estilo visual y edición de las primeras, mezclándolo un poquito con las más contemporáneas. No es todo ese jarring editing que siempre daban cuando hacían las películas early 2000s, que era como que está volviendo loco y te da como que hyperspeed o whatever. Aquí es un poquito más tranquilo. Sus momentos de las trampas sí ponen ese estilito, pero generalmente es como que más metódico y más lento. Es que esta es la primera vez, but maybe in a long time, que tú les das un proper development al personaje, más allá de él ser como que el antagonista de la historia o él estar siendo el mastermind de la trampa at hand. Casi todas estas películas siempre son de los que están stuck en la trampa, y Jigsaw como observer está contextualizando el por qué todo el mundo llegó ahí, pero you don't get a sense of his character. Es más, es como ponerlo, piénsalo así, esta película es como Batman Begins, cuando la mayoría de las películas de Saw son como The Dark Knight. Cuando ya...
Don't do that.
Pero que te pasa.
Don't talk about us like that.
Pero que te estoy dando un ejemplo de una película que está muy
you don't have to use the superhero hyper like the comparison. You don't do that.
No, la razón por que estoy usando the superhero one es porque it's the first one that came to mind.
He said, I'm using the superhero one because this is easy for you kids to understand.
No, I swear to God que la razón es because it's easy for me to tell you, porque la primera sí tuvo el character arc con Bruce Wayne, pero ya para la otra it was just always the villain story. The villain story, so lo que te quiero decir es que supone que el protagonista siempre sea John Kramer, pero después de la segunda y tirando para la tercera, su personaje protagónico para ser más secundario, because you always have to follow como audiencia los que están en la trampa y cómo salen de la trampa. En esta, he's the main character from beginning to end, y todo el mundo está alrededor de lo que él está haciendo.
Okay. Exacto.
Yeah. Por eso que te digo que it's very compelling ese regard.
Como la primera.
Full.
Literal.
Yeah.
You saw I'm blanking out here. The other movie you were able to see.
The Creator.
Yeah. It was your 5-minute spiel on that.
Okay, 5-minute spiel. The Creator es una buena película. Es una película que I think plays it safe en cuestión del plot, porque es un plot que tú has visto 70,000, 8,700 veces. The visuals are good. The characters are well done. El director hace un buen trabajo de como que try to make it compelling for you to kind of like empathize con el plight de los personajes protagonistas, especialmente la muchacha y John David Washington y lo que le están pasando y toda la injusticia con lo de los AI versus los gringos y todo eso. Toca temas que son interesantes pero no profundiza en ellos, perhaps porque no hay tiempo, perhaps porque they need to keep it light, keep it moving. Hay 80 millones y se ven bien. Actually, 80 millones y se ve súper bien la película.
That's all I keep hearing about this movie.
Yeah.
Learn, Warner Brothers, learn.
That's all I keep hearing about this movie, is that it is like miraculous the things he could do with 80 mil.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like something like I believe what was like Campion was like Fast and the Furious. I don't know what the budget was. And like this guy did 80 mil, and it's ridiculous. Like visually, the way it looks, like how detailed and everything is.
Sí, no. Está súper bien. Like, la iluminación, todo. El design de los personajes, el world building, like it's cool como this whole thing started por un ataque del AI, alluding to what happened to the United States, y después tratando de hacer esta alusión de los AI son the other, so then you have to attack the other por lo que te hicieron a tu ciudad, ¿me entiendes? So they're doing like the whole maybe Vietnam type of vibe, maybe hasta contemporáneo with Iraq. You see the parallels of what the director's trying to do, which are very clever. La cosa es que no es bien skin deep. No hay profundidad en nada de esto. Es simplemente gringos malos, gente exterior, gente del occidente, digo, del oriente, perdóname. You know, they're good. They're good because they
mentioned one line that I was like, whoa, that's a pretty cool line. I mean, for me, I like that. He said that supposedly the kid has un intercambio con Washington's character telling him like, you won't go to heaven because you're
a bad person.
I'm not gonna go to heaven because I'm not a person or something like that. Yeah. I was like,
el contexto está nice porque es que they're talking about what happens in the great beyond, básicamente. Entonces él le dice, mira, like, I'm not gonna go because I'm not a good person no matter what. Y ahí es cuando ella dice, diablo, pues you're not gonna go because you're bad. I'm not gonna go because I'm not human. Luego está lindo, and I wish we could have had a little bit more of that. Yo creo que esa es la parte de quizás trabaja un poquito mejor. They try to give you un poquito de cómo estos AI feel about the world around them. But I feel like it's not enough. No sé si es que se justificaría mejor haciendo una serie. Maybe a series could have been better. Maybe. I don't know. De verdad está complicado saber yo si esto era mejor como serie.
Let Disney make it.
But Disney made it. That's the thing. Like, this is Disney.
Really?
Bueno, es 20th Century Studios. Es casi lo mismo. I mean, la gente que invitó es la misma gente que invitó de Disney. So, ¿me entiendes? Es la misma cosa. Pero es eso. Like, it's good. It's worth it. Entonces, I would say que aunque quizás no es como la gente, porque some people were praising and saying que esto era District 9, que esto era Rival, this ain't that. Esto ni siquiera es Blade Runner 2049, que eso está leagues above this by a lot.
Really? So sí, Blade Runner 2049 is leagues above this?
Oh, sí. 2049 es...
You're saying that.
Es un masterpiece. Es tan buena que me hace apreciar Blade Runner original, que yo la odiaba.
Okay, all right. You don't have to take a shit on the original Blade Runner. All right, keep on going.
The sequel saved it. The sequel saved it.
Stop it. We're moving on. We're not going down that dark rabbit hole. All right.
Arrival is a very, very solid movie. I would say que cuestión de blockbusters, de los que han salido, todos los que han salido, and I've enjoyed a couple of them, I would still argue que esto está fácilmente un top 5 of best blockbusters que han salido este año, just for the fact que there's an earnest attempt de por lo menos hacer algo original y bueno, at the very fucking least. It's more than you can say for a lot of the stuff que salió este verano.
Pacing wise, did you feel bored at any point in the movie or like, no?
Yo estaba con par de gente que me dijo they could have shaved 20 minutes. I disagree. Yo creo que esto estaba fine. Yo creo que todo estaba justificado. Maybe el middle segments cuestioné si tenía validez existir, but then thematically it made sense. So me retracté de lo que dije. Yo dije como que no. Even the middle part, maybe it's the weakest, but it's still thematically relevant al resto de la película.
You know what? I was gonna ask you if you were to tell me to choose between Saw and this, but I have a feeling you're gonna be like, go watch Saw.
I would say watch both, pero
I would say my head leans more towards this movie than Saw.
I think,
and I like the Saw movies, but I think like
para tu gusto, go see the creator. Es que si no te gusta tanto Saw, no, you don't have.
I like Saw, but I feel like it's just like at this point it's like super repetitive. Like you're just gonna give me. But you said it's different. You said it that this time the story focuses more
on him,
on him than anything else. So.
Las trampas se sienten más secundarias, definitivamente.
Okay.
They do.
Shit, all right. I'm gonna have to do a double feature then.
Pero I think you're actually gonna enjoy the creator. Porque sigue siendo sólida. Es que la historia, tú vas a verla. Cuando tú la veas, tú vas a decir, esto. Te vas a decir, esto es esto. Esto parece esta película. Esto aluda a esto. Eso es lo único que te va a pasar. Pero beyond that, you're gonna enjoy it como que.
Fucking mosca, carajo. Bien loca.
All right. What else do we have on the list? I really don't want to.
Flash and I hated it.
Really?
Ooh, go on.
I need another point of view on the Flash besides, not the regular internet because we saw it together. All the guys saw it together. And I feel like I like the movie personally. but I also feel like my point of view might be skewed because we were all having such a good time that day.
No, yeah.
Like, I wonder, like, maybe we could have saw any other piece of dog crap and like we would have been like, this was great. Like,
Pues lo que pasa es que I could have done without the whole first arc, de verdad.
the first
Todo lo que literalmente todo el revuelo que pasó al principio.
with
the babies and Batman and shit.
I could have dealt without anything of that. O sea, como que si hubiesen reworked the story, would have come out better, in my opinion.
Okay.
I felt like the baby.
Es que
I felt like the baby part was like I thought it was bad.
Yeah,
it was super cringy. I thought it was bad, but at the same time, I thought it was like I was just shocked at like you would actually put this in the film. And then I said to myself, I remember looking to my right and be like, oh shit, this is setting the tone for what's gonna be in this movie, right? Like I literally looked at her and I was like, this shit is literally setting the tone for what's gonna be in the movie, isn't it?
Yo.
I looked to my left and I literally saw Nick wording like, fucking babies? Like
I was waiting for you guys to see the babies. Cuando yo vi los babies, yo me quedé okay, yeah, these guys are gonna go nuts with the babies.
I was like,
2 hours later, 2 hours and a half later, and the only thing that stood out to me es que todo se hubiese podido evitar si Batman hubiese tomado la decisión de hangar con Barry. Literal, that was the only thing he needed. He just needed a fucking friend.
He had already traveled back in time.
No,
yeah.
No, cabrón, no.
El otro Bruce, o sea, Ben Affleck.
No, but the conversation he has with the conversation he has.
Ese fue el problema. El problema de todo el supuesto Flashpoint es ese. Bruce did not hang out with Barry, and that's why he did it. Because he was lonely. He was alone. So, ¿a qué él va a querer? A mi mãe, pues, like, hello. Go back to my trauma, o sea, compartirle, o sea, seguirle mi mismo trauma sin yo compartir con alguien, sin yo decirle esto, porque la única fucking persona que se puede identificar es fucking Bruce.
Es verdad.
Vamos.
No es cierto. O sea, Ben Affleck falló. Dilo, Celi, falló.
Full.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I wasn't a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman until that point right there.
¿Qué? I'm leaving right now.
I mean, Batman versus Superman. Batman versus Superman is serviceable. I actually like that movie. I do not like the way Batman acts in that movie. I do not like the way. I'm sorry. There were constant moments in that movie where the way he acts just doesn't feel like Batman to me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
You're entitled with your
the fighting feels good, but like him murking people left and right, like literally exploding people inside a truck, and Batman using a rifle, like straight up like a Smith Wesson rifle. To me, I was like, this shit doesn't feel good. Like something about this version of Batman just don't sit right with me. Now, with that said, Bruce's speech to Barry.
Oh, sí, so good.
Holy shit! I was like, the light bulb went on. He literally said it in an interview. He was like, I finally found how to play this character. And it took me like, he was like, and it's the one moment where I can't play him anymore. I was like, wow, that speech he gives them, I felt like, I was like, yo, I can watch this version of Bruce Wayne and Batman. I could watch this fucking version for like 4 more movies if they give me him.
Pero you know how you enjoyed that moment? It takes character development to get to that point. That's how you enjoy that
you feel that his development was in the BVS movie and the Justice League movie?
Yes, porque en BVS he was a psychotic maniac. Él mata a Superman inadvertently, no lo mata directo. That's what triggers him to try to find other people like him because they need to stop the threat. He starts being kinder para Justice League y ya para Flash se justifica. Fair. I'm pulling at strings que no hay, pero that's the idea.
Hold on. So you're justifying Martha.
Yes. Wait, what? Didn't you know that I justify Martha every day? Every day.
He does.
I do.
Pero a mí lo que me molesta es eso.
I'm just saying New York. That's the guy you hired to review your film. The guy justified the Martha scene in Batman vs. Superman. I'm just saying.
Mira. Te voy a decir más. Cuando está Lois Lane tirando la tierrita y la tira y después se ve la cámara levantándose lentamente en el texto de Superman y la tierra levanta y corta negro. I shed a tear y te voy a decir más, yo salí de esa película y así mismo compré la taquilla y volví a entrar a verla ese mismo día.
Qué cabrón eres.
Imagínate. Imagínate, I saw it twice el mismo día.
So this is the same guy that criticizes visual choices, and to him, that's his magnum opus. Like that's like, I do not understand this guy. Like I can never between him and Santa Cana, I can never like when they send stuff in the WhatsApp group, I can never really pinpoint whether they're being serious or they're being asses just for the sake of being asses. I'm always reading the messages they sent them in like 15 different tones just to make sure. Because how can somebody so artistic as Orengo or whatever, the guy that photographs his feet 15 times a day, shoots his sneakers at 40,000 different angles, is gonna tell me that BVS's Batman was good storytelling, and that scene, which by the way, in the next film, even in the Joss, even in the Snyder cut, that scene doesn't make sense.
True, I agree. I see falló bien cabrón en eso.
It does not correlate with either version of the Justice League.
I agree. Tienes toda la razón ahí, es un punto totalmente válido. Because that scene was so good that he kind of retcons it en la otra. Es como que that guy, clearly Clark was alive. What are you doing? I don't understand. Sí.
Right, okay.
Pero es eso, Flash pasó innecesariamente. Just because he needed a friend.
¿Cómo?
Affleck is your favorite Batman?
No, sigue siendo Christian Bale probablemente, pero en cuestión de porte, Ben Affleck is probably my favorite Batman. He looks the part, he looks like ese Frank Miller Batman.
He looks more like the comic book.
I feel like better written. Ben Affleck is like an awesome Bruce Wayne.
Lo que pasa es que tú nunca lo ves en una película, tú lo ves en una etapa muy tarde, which is fair, that's a good, interesting approach para Batman, pero como él sigue siendo secundario a una película, it's just half of the movie, y después en la otra película, he's just básicamente, qué sé yo, el personaje que siempre en Seven Samurai se pone a buscar al otro samurai, I forgot the name of the character, like you don't get any more character development de él, so you only got it un poquito en BVS, and that's it, so I agree, I don't think it's bad, bueno, that's me, I don't think he was badly written, mi problema es que there's not enough para tu poder get a good grasp de él beside his trauma.
Another thing is I don't like the suit, but whatever.
¿Verdad? El de BBS está cabrón. So good.
A mí lo que no me gusta es el
I think he looks like overtly jacked.
That's how he looks in the comic, no? Like it's dark, like when he gets
yes, pero I think that Bruce genuinely looks that jacked, and Ben Affleck looked like fat.
No, cuando él estaba haciendo los ejercicios, estaba
one scene. Go look at him in Justice League.
I agree que en Justice League ya no estaba looking the part. Es totalmente razón. Tienes totalmente la razón.
He looked like Smoker Ben Affleck in Justice League. Like he was like one hand on Dunkin' Donuts and the other hand on a large coffee with a cigarette.
Por lo menos para mí, like one of my best interpretations de Batman, quizás no la mejor historia, pero el mejor look siempre ha sido para mí el de Frank Miller, seguido después por el de Jim Lee y Hush y todo eso. So, como yo tengo ese look de Batman, cuando yo Ben Affleck, I'm like, that's it, that's the Batman that I really like. Como
can you agree that the suit, it is a different suit? I like the way it looked in The Flash.
No, I don't like how it looks.
I like the color palette. I wouldn't agree with the color palette. That gray and blue the way it looked, like the way it physically looked, I like that suit. It didn't look the same to me as the other one. And I'm not a fan of like el murciélago aplastado on the chest. I don't like that. I really don't like that
either.
I thought the fuck out of that. That BVS suit was one of my favorite suits.
Sí, same.
The one with the flat back, like the full ass back. Nah, bro. Nah. I like Pattinson's bat symbol made out of the supposedly the guns.
I like
way better than Ben Affleck's.
I like it better. I like Pattinson's the bat better than Affleck's, but I like Affleck's bat better than Bale's.
¿Tú sabes por qué el suit de Ben Affleck es más duro? Porque es el único suit que literalmente es tela lo que él tiene encima.
Yeah.
Because he's that jacked. Ningún otro ha podido emular el actual, como el physique de Batman, excepto Ben Affleck. Todo el mundo tiene telita encima. Todo el mundo, excepto Ben, telita. Los demás tienen como que su armor para justificar como que el bulkness.
Yeah.
So, por eso me tripea.
I the more time goes on and the more I watch it, I don't really give a shit what everybody's gonna say. The more Pattinson's Batman grows on me. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times already. or whatever. I'm like,
it's a good movie.
I want more like of that universe of like dark depressed Bruce Wayne.
Like, you're gonna get more.
Yeah, but I'm scared now, Rengo. I'm scared. Because I'm scared that when you start introducing like more like comic booky villains into it, you're gonna start going into like Fantasyville.
I mean, pero we don't know exactly how they're gonna pull off Clayface.
I don't know, bro. But how do you pull off Clayface? How do you pull off Victor Freeze? I mean, Mr. Freeze.
Maybe Clayface is a master of disguise or some shit. Maybe he makes himself look like other people like you can do now. It doesn't necessarily have to be that they fucking chug that thing down his fucking gullet and now he's fucking a fucking mutant, Mr. Mahone.
How about Clayface is a guy that always leaves videotapes of his murders behind, and he has a different face, deep fake, every time.
There's a lot of ways to do it within that universe. It doesn't even sound preposterous. Like within that universe, there's a lot of ways that you could go about it and still make it very much grounded. Like he's a fucking serial killer. Like you can make it grounded. I can get an idea of how you could take a Clayface and not give him any superpowers or anything like that.
True. I can see it too. Se puede interpretar. I mean, lo hicieron con Riddler, lo hicieron con Joker, lo pueden hacer con todos esos personajes que se feel more grounded, que you just need to tweak un poco para llegar a ese mismo nivel que quiere hacer en Matt Reeves. I really think you can do it.
I don't want the Joker.
El Joker puede que salga because they did cast the guy.
I don't want the Joker. I really don't want the Joker.
I know, por mantenerlo fresco. I agree. I
don't mind. I don't mind this whole movie coming out and we just get another glimpse of him.
Yeah.
And him not being like a main character, I wouldn't mind seeing him. Like I dug that little deleted scene.
Maybe they could do that whole Hannibal Lecter thing, where you have to talk to him behind the glass the whole time or whatever.
That'd be a cool idea.
I
think that calendar man.
I think it works. I think that little deleted scene of him having to come back and ask his opinion, I think that works good as fuck. I'm gonna tell you the truth. For me, I like Paul Dano. I thought it was really good, but I'm a big fan of the fucking Joker. And I thought that little part of they showed, I was like,
he's a big fan of the Joker, but he's a big fan of that other kid too. So like that's
Barry Keogh.
Yeah, that's a double thing with Nick.
It doubled up, bro. It doubled up. Let's do this.
I was like, I'm a big fan of the Turtles, but they're also New Yorkers, so that movie was awesome. Like,
bacon, egg, and cheese. Yep.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to like more of that world to see what they do with it. And we covered those bases. I don't really want to have the conversation of art, cinema, Scorsese. I really don't want to go down that road. Do you guys want to say your parting shots really already? And I really don't want to.
I don't want to talk about that topic without the fucking people that inspired that conversation not fucking being here, yo. Like,
I agree. Bella.
Just say what you gotta say. I really like. Orengo's one of the little elitists.
Look at this guy.
Orengo's one of the little elitists that agrees that like what we watch is garbage and it's not cinema. I
watch it too. I watch the same garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Again, it is not gonna carry the same weight without being able to cupir veneno with fucking Hennessy here and fucking Santa Cana and fucking Deca. Like everybody else here is pretty sane.
I'm sane.
We need the other side, bro.
My comment is like, much like we've used this analogy before or whatever, and it's pretty valid. And even at that, we don't all eat the same hamburger. Like some of you like Wendy's, some of you like McDonald's, some of you like just straight up grilling your own meat patties at home. Some of you like Red Robin or whatever. Like everybody. Whether you eat a hamburger, whether you eat a steak, whether you eat Spam, at the end of the day, is food. So I don't understand where like you can't say that something that you saw in a movie theater and is cinema. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's at the end of the day, I think it's in the fucking title.
I think everything is cinema, and I think every single person has the right to critique any fucking thing that they see. Like they like.
But I also agree. Somebody who's educated themselves has a better critique than like me, who's just a consumer.
But okay.
Pero tu opinión es válida. Es igual de válida.
Yeah,
again,
but I can't. So I don't know shit about 3-act structure. I really don't like. I don't delve into that world or whatever. But I know that if I saw something, I could tell you what I liked about it. But okay, it's valid. But I also would understand if somebody who studied the art has a better critique of a movie, and that critique is held in a higher regard than mine, because I'm just a consumer. Because if I change a spark plug on a Toyota, I can't hold my repair in the same light as somebody who fucking studied mechanics.
But that's the difference.
I can build a motor and break it down and tell you step by step how to build it.
But that's something mechanical.
This is the difference. What you are comparing is a person that is working on the car with another person that's working on the car. We're not talking about filming. We're talking about if I see the car and I say that's a cool car versus a person that makes a car. Because he makes a car doesn't make his opinion better than mine. Filmmakers are not making movies for fellow filmmakers.
You're making the
movie for consumers. The reason you make that movie is so people could see it. You're not making the movie just so 5 or 6 other directors can make it. Blue Beetle was made for people to see it. The creator was made for people to. Godfather, Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese didn't make Goodfellas so a bunch of other directors could see it. He made it so you could see it. And so you can tell your child.
I still think there's a difference between like somebody who hasn't been exposed to film at all having an opinion. Some of us like us that love the hobby or whatever, like we watch a boatload of movies or whatever. Like how many times we say in a freaking month I saw a movie. Like to the normal person is like you don't have a fucking life. So I think that's a tier of an opinion because you've been exposed to like us, and then I think there's people who have that and have also got to school for filmmaking and have also directed, have also produced. Like their level of a critique is above a person like me or even a person that's less exposed to film. I honestly do believe that because they know behind the movie and they have a better understanding of what it takes to make a story come along or whatever. I genuinely believe that. I'm not kidding. Like I literally fall back. Now, at the end of the day, do I think that like how can I say it? I think that mine isn't valid and his is valid or that guy's isn't. No, I think they're all valid. I just think one holds more weight than the other in a scale.
Lo que pasa es que Orengo puede discernir por qué una película es mala y por qué no. No es solamente porque a él le guste o no le guste. Porque él me está diciendo que The Creator está buenísima y me está diciendo que Saw también y me sabe decir esos detalles. Una persona, un normie que le gusta ver películas, por ejemplo, te puede llegar a esa misma conclusión. Sí, podría llegar si tiene bastante pues lógica, porque fin de esto es como que sacarle la lógica a las películas de por qué se hace, además de escuchar las entrevistas, bla, bla. Lo que yo creo es que lo que ustedes quieren llegar es que sí, todas las opiniones son válidas. El problema, no tanto el problema, la solución al problema que estamos teniendo es que una persona como Orengo, por ejemplo, y te estoy poniendo de ejemplo, es porque tú estás aquí, si no, pues cogí a otro. Es porque Orengo puede discernir por qué la película es mala o no, porque a mí me puede gustar algo y a él no. O sea, eso siempre va a ser relativo. Esto todo es relativo. Pero por lo menos tú me puedes decir, ese actor no supo actuar. ¿Por qué? Porque tú lo harías de una manera distinta. Tú sabes cómo debería hacer el shot, tú sabes cómo debería responder a ese actor.
Y como quieras, eso es subjetivo, porque no todas las películas son iguales por una razón. Because everyone has different approaches to art in general.
Exacto, pero
como tú hagas tus dibujos de la misma forma como otra persona va a dibujar.
I think that's when you know a movie's really good, when it speaks to all 3 of the classes, like all across the board. When you get all 3 of them on the same, and they can all like that's when you really know the fucking movie's a banger.
Exacto, pero ahí es donde yo siempre voy a encontrar la diferencia, porque tú sabes decirme esas cosas, no un normie que fue un domingo por la tarde a ver Flash. O sea, esa es la única diferencia que yo le encuentro al tema, pero en verdad es como ustedes dicen, todas las opiniones son válidas. Lo único es que tú pasas por fact y qué es lo que tú pasas porque a ti te gusta o no te gusta. Que it's not a fact.
True.
But it's a fact to yourself. it's not a fact for everybody else.
Es una opinión.
Por eso, it's just an opinion. Claro. Pero por eso digo que it's a fact to yourself. It's not like, this is how it was intended.
Claro, claro, pues yo puedo darte mi filosofía, pero no significa que tampoco es la correcta. Es una percepción de cómo yo lo veo por lo que estudié. I would say son dos cosas.
It's just a spectrum.
Full. Yo decía dos cosas. Yo diría, yo estoy en agreement con todos ustedes. Todas las opiniones sí son válidas. You don't need to be doing film to talk about film. Para mí eso es estúpido. El argumento ese a mí me sabe mierda cuando cualquier persona haga. Yo hago de elitista y yo lo hago jodiendo. A veces también soy elitista, ¿verdad? Pero I still strongly feel que everyone's opinion is valid because that's what makes art. Like,
did you just say everyone's opinion's invalid except my own?
No, también sí.
Oh, okay.
El arte está para eso. El arte está para observarlo, para opinar, para analizarlo. That's the whole reason why we do art. Nosotros, y Cel y todo el mundo, todos nosotros sabemos, todos somos artistas, son mierda. We create art because we want people to see it and give us our ego validation to some degree. Quizás no es como una cosa súper obvia, uno quiere esconder eso, pero deep down you want to make art so people can be like, diablo, qué cool, diablo, qué jodida mierda. You're like, okay, una mierda, porque es una mierda. Let me like hyperanalyze myself. Why did I do such trashy shit? Okay, déjame mejorarlo para la próxima. And then try to get better and try to improve because you want to make something out there for the world to see that people enjoy de la forma que tú quieres que lo perciban. Eso está cool. Ahora, where I kind of differ is, I do feel que there is a difference between cinema and content. Ahí sí, yo no creo que todas son iguales. Yo no creo que todas las películas tú puedes decir que son cine. Ahí sí hay ciertas películas o ciertos shows o cierto whatever que se sienten más, quizás no son contenido. Y no estoy diminishing porque freaking content creators are content creators. They do content. Pero cuando uno menciona content es with the idea de que es algo bien light, es simple para pasarlo bien, lo que antes uno conocía como los blockbusters, que es algo light para entretenerte, pero esto está hasta even more devoid of el elemento más primordial que es el artistry behind it y la creatividad detrás de ella. Se siente como que es algo como una maquinaria que uno está escupiendo solamente porque tienes que escupir algo. Cuando alguien dice contenido, así es como yo lo veo. Cuando veo películas que se ven tan soulless y tan devoid of anything, se siente que literalmente lo hicieron porque un estudio dijo, puñeta, vamos a tener 200 millones porque tenemos esto IP, tenemos que hacerlo, y no se siente nada, ni siquiera el director o directora que está haciendo algo ahí es contenido y se siente como contenido.
You think Green Knight is cinema?
Sí.
Okay.
Porque hay un artistry behind it, quizá no te guste, pero there's something there.
No, I actually enjoyed Green Knight, but I would say that some people don't consider it, which is fucking. I would say that some people don't consider that movie cinema at all.
Alguna gente me ha dicho que se aburrió con cojones.
Yeah,
that's valid. But you know what? They're gonna say something. They're gonna be las opiniones y los feelings y los sentimientos de la película van a ser bastante viscerales. They're gonna be like, oh my god, it's fucking trash, que me aburrí, me dormí, puñeta, que jodida mierda. Pero you know what? That's cool porque even there por lo menos evoca un tipo de emoción que at the end of the day that's kind of what you want out of art. Versus tu ver una película que fue super average o super mediocre o super forgettable que literalmente pasa otro día y se te olvida.
Do you think movies that came out in the 90s, your Top Guns, that shit ain't cinema?
I think they are. Scorsese, voy a traer el tema a Scorsese, I don't care.
No, pero me jodiendo.
No, porque Scorsese habló de esto, literalmente es que en Movie Squad we talked about the GQ article de Scorsese. Scorsese en un momento dado él mencionó de que ahora mismo las películas se sienten que están hasta AI driven, ese tiro con esa tangente. La razón era porque even in the 70s, digo, in the 60s, salían películas como que Some Like It Hot, que le decía, no son serious movies, son películas que son entretenidas, but they still feel cinematic. Está pasando ahora que no se siente cinemática. Top Gun se siente cinemática. Yo la vi cuando fui a ver Maverick.
No, I'm talking about the first one.
Sí, I'm talking about the first one.
Okay.
Claro, y donde falla son cosas mías, porque yo digo, coño, tienes un antagonista que no lo usaste apropiadamente, porque sale muy sparingly, las secuencias de los dogfights son bien lackluster, so tú estás there because of the moment de cuando sale el dogfight te lo vives, bien cabrón, y cuando te lo vives está bien cabrón, pero a lot of the time es simplemente como que ese build up bien lento de todos estos personajes cayendo ahí, pero se siente que hay una historia que quiere contar a pesar de que es una historia entretenida. Jaws es cinema.
How do you feel about Nick's portrayal of a broken down man in the rain right now? How do you feel about that one? Like, how do you feel?
Eso es cinema. Eso es un encuadre ahí.
Wow, artístico, ¿verdad? Like,
mira, esa iluminación.
Dice mucho con pocas palabras, ¿verdad? Y hasta muteado. Silent cinema.
That's an A24 shot right there.
It's like a dick.
He started out super clear, very jovial. Now he's dark. You can barely make out features in his face. There's a backdrop of like rain.
Lex cada vez que hace un podcast fucking llueve, mano.
Bien cabrón, que
nos ha pegado.
It's fucking weird,
time, bro.
It's fucking weird. I don't know. I would say again,
artistic value.
es lo de Scorsese, y por eso quise traerlo un poquito a la mesa, no para indagar mucho en su opinión y todo, es que él trajo buenos puntos en ese profile, porque también habló de la cuestión de generacional. When you were growing up, you saw a lot of movies de los 2000 o de los 90s o whatever, y aunque eran quizás trash, tú sabes que yo no sé si te pasaba, pero yo por lo menos cuando iba a los jueves, yo iba a la cartelera y como la internet era tan rampante, a veces ni siquiera no existía, creo que hasta Rotten Tomatoes, yo tenía que saber esto por forums, cuáles las películas que salían. Yo veía el póster y decía, ay, soy good, voy a ver eso.
Oh, tú veías un poster and you didn't even have it. You're like, oh shit, that's coming out.
Gracias.
Oh, yo, a poster on the wall. When you would walk, and sometimes you would catch it walking towards your movie. You'd be like, holy shit, that's like, you didn't have any news, you didn't have nothing. You're like, oh, they're actually making that.
Yes. Y tú sabes por qué. También yo sé que internet plays a factor in how we perceive movies now y todas esas cosas, pero también back then es que había mucha diversidad. Tú puedes ir a una sala, un cine y tenías tu dramón, tenías tu Oscar bait, tenías tu película romántica, tenías tu comedia, tenías tu película panera, tenías tu película de horror, tenías tu película hasta indie, porque hasta películas indie las ponían cariñosas por joder. Yo vi Fahrenheit 9/11, el documental ese de freaking Michael Moore en fucking Town Center.
It's not an indie though.
That was an indie. Bueno,
they got major distribution.
True. It made a bunch of money también, ¿verdad?
Yeah,
pero cuando salió de entrada era una película súper indie. No es una película que cotidianamente tú verías en la sala al lado de que sé yo, que hubiera ahí un Beautiful Mind o whatever, ¿me entiendes? So, en ese aspecto era como que sorprendente, pero hoy día tampoco es así. Hoy día es, tú miras para tu lado, franchise, reboot, remake, película horror, película para niños. Y la cosa está tan mala que muchas de esas películas no hacen chavo o no prometen o people are just exhausted of these movies y se van rápido y se quedan las únicas películas que hacen chavos que son con Barbie y Oppenheimer literalmente llevan meses en la cartera todavía you can still see them if you want it even though they're literally on VOD.
Barbie got brought back to the theater and the digital release is coming out pretty soon, I think. If it's not already out.
Imagínate. Y es porque ya creo que la gente está. No sé si es que la gente are savvy, pero también la gente no puede estar gastando dinero en cualquier mierda. Ya ellos no confían en lo que se está proveyendo también, que estos streaming services han dado mucha libertad para tú simplemente esta película no la veo ahora, la veo después, o si no, either way, salió One Piece, vamos a ver One Piece, nos hablaron de eso, está cool, qué sé yo.
I'm gonna be honest with you, hasta yo me he aguantado últimamente.
I know, because you haven't been talking about anything. Antes tú me decías todo lo que tú veías todos los fines de semana.
But there's a lot of factors there also.
Sure. I know. Pero te quiero decir que regardless.
There's a lot of factors of like,
I know.
Relationships and stuff like that. And you know, sadly enough, when you get into relationships, sometimes your partner's like, don't watch this movie without me. And you're like, you hold yourself. That is, Oppenheimer was like a vice grip on my testicles. Like waiting that long to see that movie, I was like, I literally got to a breaking point. I was like, if we don't see this movie before I leave on this trip, I will watch this movie in another state without you. So
nice.
Like we have to watch an IMAX. And look, there's an opening like this day at 12 or something like that. And
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fuck yeah.
My, but I have been put in the position where I wasn't before of like, oh, this movie, like I really want to watch in the theaters, pero coño, is it really worth it now? Like you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I have these other priorities, and I'm just like, is it gonna? Even if I watch it, like, is it gonna be released like in a week because it didn't do that well? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be released digital now because boom, it's a streaming. Like, what movie? What was the last movie that happened really quick? Oh, what?
No eres tú mismo. You're just having a feedback de la.
I'm having a feedback on Nick's stupid stream.
Exacto. Yeah.
I think it was actually. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I think I actually waited too long to see Turtles.
Okay.
And I think I decided to watch it in the movie theaters anyways. But there's already been like instances where I'm like, coño, me voy a aguantar with this movie.
Do you think that that's because you're in your mid-30s, or do you think like even if you were in your like early 20s, it'd be like
I think it's because I'm in a relationship and I'm spending more money in the relationship now, so I have to make better choices about how I spend my money, and I choose to spend it on my relationship instead of indulging myself.
Yep.
Going to 2 or 3 movies because I could do it before.
Like if we had the streaming, like all that shit, Netflix, Hulu, all that shit in our early 20s, do you think you still be like this movie might come out next week. So
No.
I'm not gonna
I think
see
I
it.
would have went to see it in theater because also the theater going experience for me is like it feels good.
We went
La
to
cosa es que también we used to have Blockbuster, Lex. We had Blockbusters
Yeah.
before. We could go to a Blockbuster and rent out the movie you wanted. So era la misma cosa. So es tu equivalente de streaming service. Si no pirateaba, yo pirateaba con cojones como quiera.
Pero también acuérdate, lo de Blockbuster también era hit or, mira, lo de Blockbuster también era hit or miss because there were limited amount of copies.
True. Yo iba ahí todos los días, eso era los miércoles, ¿verdad? Que ponían la película nueva, los martes.
Miércoles, like that.
Yo le caía los martes a coger la película si no la pude ver. Rápido agarraba para verla.
Bro, I used to have family members in Utuado. I used to visit Utuado in the summer.
Yeah.
And they used to drive the closest freaking video place. The Blockbuster was in Arecibo.
Shit.
We drove all the way down from the hills, bro, to go freaking rent a movie and drive all the way back up the freaking hills. Like 3-day rentals.
What?
Whoa,
I remember when I first got to fucking Puerto Rico. I remember. I think like on Thursday or Friday they would tell you what movies were coming out, what time. Like you were like, oh, Riondo, this like it's coming out 3:40. You see this movie and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that was like, oh, this movie's coming out. This one before YouTube.
Video Avenue.
Yeah, Video Avenue también.
Video Avenue.
Hollywood.
Huh?
I think there was one called Hollywood Video in New York. I don't know if that was anywhere else.
Yeah, Hollywood Video. We had one of those in Jersey. They used to be called Palmer Video.
Oh,
They used to be called Palmer Video, and then they got bought out by Hollywood Video.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's I don't know. It's getting a little dicey or whatever, and you keep on talking about well you're gonna see them. That's the shit. You're gonna see them, but you keep on talking about like the movies that are gonna drop this year that are gonna be Oscar contenders and all that stuff. But mano, like there's not too much promo for most of those movies. There's not really like.
Bueno, la razón es porque están en festivales todavía, so se aguantan en la promoción hasta el momento que estén más cerca del release, porque acuérdate que también es para el push de los Oscar y todo eso.
And so Oscar, so when do they
strikes.
También los strikes up.
That's right. Yeah.
Los strikes
they want to promote. They couldn't promote movies with any participation of any actors.
O sea, they can promote, but they can't promote it with any of the actors.
Yeah, exactly. That's like.
But they could. I mean, like, I could have swore that Driver's promoting Ferrari, no?
So
I think
what's happening?
Is it every single studio, or is it that you just can't?
So hay un contrato interim donde ciertas películas la gente puede estar promoviéndola. Por ejemplo, Priscilla, I'm going to see a Jacob Elordi, creo que se llama el chamaco. Ese chamaco va a estar en New York Film Festival. Él sí va a estar presente porque A24 le dieron el interim agreement para poder promocionar la película con los actores. Pero you're right, a bunch of these movies. Yo creo que Ferrari no está promovida por Adam Driver porque esa película es un Netflix movie. Acuérdate que con ellos no.
It's a weird loophole because his last name is Driver. They're promoting it with a driver. So
that's true. Pero sí. Pero yo I feel like por lo menos ahora, ¿verdad? Hay par de películas que van a venir que van a estar chévere. I think the benefit, sadly, sounds bad, pero the benefit de lo que pasó con el strike es que hizo que atrasara todo esto. So, como resultado, lo que va a salir ahora son películas, claro, van a ser sus películas grandes, pero van a estar más esparcidas. Es que también este año estuvimos demasiado bombardeados. El año pasado las cosas estaban bastante esparcidas todavía porque el COVID was affecting us, so people were still dabbling cuando tirarse al cine, qué sé yo. Pero once este año vino, salieron tantas películas costosas una detrás de la otra, una cosa cabrón, like literalmente we saw Flash and then we see like 2 weeks later Indiana Jones y right before salió I think it was a Spider-Man movie, so era como que era tantas películas costosas one after the other que era un assault a tu fucking bolsillo, so no podías ver un carajo. Y entonces
I tried watching Indiana Jones. I quit.
It's okay, you don't need to.
Really? I tried in like the first 30-45 minutes. Y mano, yo no sé, yo como que I was like, what's this guy's name? Oh man, what's his name? We love this guy. He was in the drinking movie. My God, Mads Mikkelsen, bro. Seeing Mads Mikkelsen on the screen is just majestic. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna get good. Like, yo, and then like the movie goes about, and I'm just like, this shit is hard to watch. Like, this shit is very hard to like these scenes. Like this feels like Indiana Jones through like a 2000 like filter.
Yeah.
Of like what they think would be cool to see on screen.
Yep.
Like whoever decided to make that opening fucking 20 minutes with a digital Harrison Ford like face, why is it so bad? Why is it so bad?
Es raro porque en YouTube hay mejores efectos de ese
Why is it so
deepfake.
bad? Forget about YouTube. We've seen in other movies. Bro, I haven't seen a digital face that bad since like Tron.
So, I think que puede ser porque Hollywood es notorious porque no quieren usar a menos que no quieren usar nada que no sea proprietary software. So, they have their own software de deepfake y de CGI y toda la mierda. So, son dos factores. They don't want to use cosas que son open source, como lo que es el deepfake, que eso literalmente tú puedes bajar ahora mismo y dabble with freaking deepfake si tú quisieras. They don't want to dabble with that. They have their own proprietary software. El segundo factor es tiempo. La película la estaban rehaciendo y we talked about this in rumors. The rumors were real.
Bro.
You notice it por la película como está stitched together. It doesn't, like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
It's bad. Like, I only saw like 45 minutes worth, and I was like, why? Oh.
There were so many fucking reshoots que la gente estaba preguntando, ¿todavía la película se está haciendo?
No pasó eso.
No fue hasta cuando el director puso una foto de los nazis, yo no sé qué carajo.
Demostrando como que it's cool, it's so cool. Yeah.
Sí,
No solo eso, but it's painful seeing Harrison Ford like play that character at that age.
Eso me da una pena cabrón.
Genuinely, I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
pero te da pena. A ese hombre le pagaron chévere, eso yo me da pena.
No, but I feel like it does the character a huge disservice. Of
course it does.
Like in our heads, what that character symbolizes, or whatever. Like, it's like this shit should have been. Like, I thought I felt that way about Crystal Skull. Oh, whoa! When I saw this shit, I was like, damn. I was like, there's no reason why he should be even close to playing this character anymore. Like, yo, what? And there's scenes, right? There's scenes in that movie in the beginning where you can tell it's a young actor with a digital face. But then there's a scene where you can tell it's Harrison Ford with a digital face on, and the way he's moving, it's like, I was like, yo, that's so disrespectful. Why didn't you just use the young guy? It's only a shot at him walking away. Yep. Like, why did you have to use Harrison Ford's old weeble wobbly ass then? Yep. What were you like? What was the point of that?
Does it look? You remember like late in his career when Steven Seagal started making like direct to DVD movies? Bro. Like the fight scenes were always like just the back of his head and shit. His hands were like, blah, 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 blah. But all you could see is just the back of his fucking head.
There's scenes in that movie where, like, I feel it's common sense that you would need to touch up these things. Okay. So there's a scene in particular where I was like, damn, that's fucked up. They did that. That it was like, clearly no. So for real, I'm like, I feel like I don't have a technical background, and I would have the common sense to at least fix up Harrison Ford's wrinkly skin on his elbows if he has a young face. If he has a young face, why do his arms look saggy and like why would you do that? Like, what's the point? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like why if you use the body double, and it's gonna look horrible, it's just gonna look like shit. But if you use the body double for all these scenes, why wouldn't you pay somebody to just walk like during scenes that you're not even doing anything? You're not even doing action scenes. You're literally just walking from one place to another.
Okay, that's the thing. They actually did, but they don't do shit. Cuando tú vienes a ver con el jodido budget que ellos tienen, ellos le pagaron a alguien para hacer algo. Lo único que no hicieron lo más importante y no hicieron un carajo. En verdad que últimamente se están jugando los chavos y yo espero que algún día eso se destape.
I watched it and I got as far as the scene where there's a chase and it looks like it's in a tunnel. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's in a tunnel, and I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. I was like, all right, that's fairly early in the movie. That's like 45 minutes in, or not even, maybe like 30 something. And I was like, all right, I'm done with this shit. I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. I was like, that shit for sure ain't cinema. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. That shit's barely a movie. Like, that's not even content. Like that.
Like mad off topic. I had a fucking I had an Orengo moment.
Ooh. Like, oh god,
like 2 weeks ago, mad snobby, bro, mad snobby. I was talking to this guy that works where I work, and we were talking about movies, and they were giving Dark Knight Rises on WAPA, some shit like that.
Oh god.
And he was talking, right? We was just talking. He's an older guy, and he was talking about how he went to go see Gran Turismo. And he was like, yo, that movie was so good. And then he turned and he looked and he was, yeah, it was good. Not like that shitty ass Nolan Batman movie. Bro, I have never felt like a snob in my life until like once he said that, like I lost all credibility in his fucking movie likes. I was like, you know shit. Your cinema taste is shit, sir. Don't talk to me about movies. And I fucking wanted to walk away, bro. That shit has never happened in my life as fast as when he said that shit, bro.
I had a moment the other days of like, no, I had a moment the other days of, oh, of course, this is like that. My girlfriend and I were watching A League of Their Own. And like,
¿La serie o la película?
No, la película.
Gotcha.
La película. I was watching A League of Their Own, and my girl had never, like, she hadn't seen it in a long time. So I was like, or she was indulging me, just me talking shit over the movie, like she always does. And I'm like, oh, you know, Madonna didn't get along with the rest of the crew. That's what they say, blah, blah. And she goes,
you, bro?
Huh? Yeah, she bargained me full on. Oh, she bargained me, bro. She just let me talk my shit until she fell asleep.
Interesting.
Listen, hugging me and everything while she's watching the movie. She's like, yeah,
whatever.
Really? She said to me at one part, I don't know what it was. We were talking about the movie, and I'm like, you know what? The score to this movie is really good. It's a fucking baseball movie. Who the hell did the score?
Hans Zimmer.
Te fuiste otra vez. God damn it.
God damn it, Miguel.
Miguel, what happened? Yeah, you're
What
not
did
talking.
you do?
No, we can't hear you, buddy.
Bro.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Your
Just
mic's
unmute, habla.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, no.
It says something about the
Oh,
connection.
you're good.
All right. It's weird. It says the connection keeps dropping.
Yeah.
So, dude, it was Hans Zimmer, and I'm over here like, of course it's Hans Zimmer. Jeez, Louise,
when
bro.
you know.
But it's not. You know, the funny thing is, it's not. He's so versatile. None of that music sounds like anything he's ever done. Like anything we're used to hearing from him.
I know.
Anything it sounds like so like era perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, of course, bro. Like the build up in the you've seen A League of Their Own, right?
Yeah.
That last scene where she's running, like she's literally trying to score the last home run, and then it like crescendos, and then when she makes it, like the music just like I was like, oh my god, bro, this fucking guy. I was like, this fucking guy, bro. Like, I bet you like 90% of our favorite scenes are probably scored by that asshole.
When you like see, like when you hear like a maestro, when you see a maestro like Scorsese who's so versatile and just can do anything.
I'm just like, yo, like, how do you say that? Like, you can visual, like, it's weird to say something that maybe it sounds completely stupid, but you can see this like in your head the scores, like you visually see, like I don't know how to explain it.
No, like, that's why some people listen to scores in Spotify. It's because cuando le escuchan, it's so emblematic of the scene que vieron que you could just watch it over again.
Yeah,
claro que sí, eso pasa todo el tiempo.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Anyway, I think that was the last thing we were gonna touch on for today. Anybody else got any free offhands?
Any shows?
I forgot. I did see a couple movies. I forgot to tell you guys about. I saw a movie that I think it came out a while. I think a bunch of y'all went to go see it too. A bunch of critics and shit. It was this like
setting us up for something.
It was like this Australian.
This guy looks like Dave Chappelle's like character. It's like, okay.
Damn! He said, "What's going on?" Right. He basically said you like crack. That's what he said.
Dale, va la vieja.
I need that crack, bird. I saw this fucking horror movie from Australia. Some shit. Take My Hand or some shit.
Oh my god! By the guys from Raka Raka.
Exactly, those motherfuckers.
Yes. Damn, what's the name of it?
Oh,
I think that's what it is. Talk to me, right?
Right, take my hand or hold your hand.
No, talk to me.
Lo pasa es que there is a hand. There is a hand.
Take my hand.
I know some shit like that.
How did you feel about it? What do you thought about it?
Good.
I thought that I saw that when I was on vacation. All right, I was on vacation in Philly, and then it was raining, so I was like, let me just watch a bunch of fucking movies or whatever. And I crossed that movie, and I was like, damn, I remember like seeing a bunch of people fucking like doing reviews in Puerto Rico, and I was like, I think it's just that fucking movie. And I remember them because those are the guys that do like the crazy ass
The
gory
Ronald
ass
McDonald, the Ronald McDonald shit. That's what they're famous for.
So, going into the movie, I thought it was gonna be way more over the top gory, like those shows are.
Yeah.
Even within that, when the fucking kid starts smashing his head against the table, I was like, God damn!
Yeah.
Like there's scenes, and I was like, fuck, that shit's gory. I'm watching the movie, and I was like, no matter how it sounds, it's like this is like some real white people shit. I'm not fucking holding hands. I'm not in the room seeing fucking ghosts, seeing all these people go fucking crazy. And I'm like, it's my turn. Let me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, these kids got shit to do. These motherfucking kids have nothing to do in bumblefuck Australia. To grab his hand and say, no.
That was the point, Nick. Nick, that was the point, though.
I know. Apparently, bro. Apparently,
that was the point. These kids are so desensitized, like they can literally get possessed by someone. We live in an age where teenagers are so desensitized they can literally get possessed by a spirit, see some crazy shit, and it can become viral.
Bro, not even viral, bro. This was like the new spin the bottle. They were like, yes, let me take a fucking turn.
Yeah, but did you notice that by the end of the movie, spoilers for who hasn't seen it or whatever, it's not just an Australian. Oh, you haven't seen it? All right, mute the thing. By the end of the movie, it's a worldwide thing. So they're not just talking about Australian kids. They're like literally all of the youth in the world that can play that game. And you know.
But I was like, God damn, bro. Like the movie itself looks really cool, especially like knowing that it was just those guys that just made YouTube videos. I was like, shit, it's not bad by any means. It was just like, yo, these fucking kids are fucking bananas.
Yeah, I thought
crazy.
I wasn't too thrilled about the story per se, like the way it plays out by the end. I wasn't like too like blown away. I thought it was pretty predictable. But I have to say, for two dudes that don't have a history, this is like their first movie.
Exactly.
I was like, oh shit.
That's the same thing. I was like, yo, this is fucking like.
Did they write it
from YouTube?
Did they write it though? Did they write that movie?
I don't know. I don't know that much about the writer director behind those. I just know.
Wait, what's the name of the movie again?
It's
Sorry?
Danny Philippou.
Yeah,
Bill Hinson, no fue el hermano, fue Bill Hinson.
Is it like Let Me In? Is that what it is? Because that's
talk to me. Damn it, we just gave you like the title 4 times in a row. Talk to me. Watch the lights go out.
Okay, my bad. I don't know.
Thank you.
Hizo un montón de chavos too. It was a budget of like 5 million y hizo ya 72 millones.
How do you get how the hell did those two guys walk into a studio?
A24.
Like
they went to A24.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, never mind.
That's it. They just went to A24.
That makes perfect sense.
Dude, están haciendo una película de The Backrooms. El chamaco que hace los YouTube shorts eso de horror.
But again, these are not just two dudes. These are people that have garnered millions and millions of views on fucking YouTube. You yourself, the very first thing you was like rock out, like you know.
I remember literally showing you one of their videos for the first time. I was the one that showed you the McDonald's video. I was like, I remember watching with you. I'm like, it's very like at the time we were super high on it or whatever. But I was like, it's not even the fact that like it's stupid and the whole McDonald's thing. It's outrageous. It's like legit the fight scenes and the like. It's pretty decent. For somebody who are just like they look like they were filming on like a camcorder or something like that or their phone.
Exactly. The gore is well done.
Yeah,
it's stupid, but it's well fucking done the way they did it. Gory as fuck. I think they did really good in making the fucking movie. The movie was a decent movie. It was it was okay. What was happening was like fucking bonkers. The idea of it, I was like, this is cool. And then when you see what they see, when they saw like the fucking like the fucking how you call that, the fucking corpse that looks like it was...
I know he's gonna spoil it. Like I know. This man's talking about big.
Hurry up, talk so he can say it. Talk so he can.
Yeah, go ahead, say whatever you want to say.
That bloated corpse at the beginning
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, the way it looked.
And the scene where he gets possessed by the horny ghost.
Bro, Orengo, put your earphones. Yo, that shit. Bro, this is not even a spoiler because this is not something that is important. But
no, don't give up that. Don't give up that scene. Don't give up that scene. It is.
They're gonna make a sequel, by the way.
It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler, but it's a scene where you're like,
no, the scene where the main chick is sleeping in the bed with her friend.
This man just doesn't respect.
No, it's not, bro. It's not a spoiler or anything. I'm talking about the actual actress.
Oh,
the actual actress, because this is just something that happens in the movie. It's not. It doesn't have to do with the plot or anything. She had to put a fucking guy's foot in her fucking mouth. Nice. She's fucking sucking toes. I was like, what in the fuck?
I really don't know how that's not a spoiler, but okay, all right.
How's that a spoiler?
The context of why it happens in the movie, that's a spoiler. Now, something's going to happen, and he's going to be like, oh, this is the scene where she's sucking somebody's toes, and it fucks up the scene.
That's not going to fuck up the scene, because she's not going to, like, I didn't tell you why she's sucking toes, what is going on. You just know that she's sucking toes.
All right, okay.
That shit looking nasty.
Va a ser una secuela, por si acaso. La anunciaron después de la película.
There has to be a sequel. Whoa.
No, y fue un palo económicamente, por eso te digo. Like, it made a bunch of money.
I saw that movie, and I ended up seeing this movie. I think it's called Joyride. It's like Bridesmaids, but with these 4 Asian women.
Yeah, y estuvo como 2 semanas en el cine y se hundió porque didn't make.
I was just about to ask that. I was like, they promoted that movie. I don't know if it came out, but I know that I was seeing it in trailers before I would go into the. So yeah, I guess it didn't do that well. Is it good?
Bro, that fucking movie is a hard R.
Really?
I was like, holy shit! Like. You see, I was talking recently about this.
Segue into when I talk about Gen V with that first episode, but go ahead.
Ooh,
bro, I was talking about this recently, and I was like, it's funny to me that the way Asian people are like hardly never sexualized. Like, if I think back to when I was a kid and all the action stars, like if I think out of all the action stars that I liked when I was a kid, out of all of them, who were the ones that could probably fuck everybody up in real life? I automatically think like Jet Li and Jackie Chan. Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Seagal, Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone. Like, I think in a real life fight, Jackie Chan and Jet Li would probably fuck all of them up. I don't even think, for me, it wouldn't even been a question. And I've never seen them that I can remember in a movie with a love interest that they kiss. Sylvester Stallone is fucking everybody. John Claude Van Damme is fucking everybody. Like, all these people, they always having sex with everybody. And Jet Li, out of all Jet Li's movies, I think he was married in the one. I don't even remember him kissing Carla Gugino in that fucking movie. No, so I've hardly ever seen, like, in cinema, Asian characters be overly sexualized or even a little bit sexualized. Yo, Joyride, I'm talking about full frontal. I'm talking about threesomes. I'm talking about tattoos on the pussy. And you see that the tattoo, bro, you don't even see the tattoo on the full frontal of the pussy. She was like, I got my inside tattoo. The camera is inside the vagina, and you see devil horns go from inside the vagina, outside the vagina. I was like, this movie is a hard R. I was like, when they said this shit was rated R, I was like, holy fuck. This movie is R for real. I was like, holy shit. It's refreshing because a lot of the 4 actresses are pretty funny. Well,
you said it's refreshing. Go ahead, it's refreshing, huh?
Very poor choice of words. Like, you're just describing for a minute straight another thing.
It's refreshing to see 4 Asian actresses, right? And they all do really good because it has those kind of vibes of The Hangover, where like one of them, like the archetypes of fucking Hangover, they kind of share that in this movie, and you never really see Asian characters like that. So I thought it was cool. It wasn't one of those movies that's laugh out loud funny. Like, I didn't find myself just rolling on the floor laughing. It was entertaining, But that fucking that R rating caught me off guard. I was like, holy shit, I was not expecting this shit.
Okay.
And then that shit led me to want to see more R-rated movies that day. So I fucking, yeah.
Are you sure?
You sure you just weren't horned up?
No. Because the next movie I saw had nothing to do with sex. I saw fucking Strays, the fucking dogs with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx.
That was funny.
That you know how I am with Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's real hit or miss for me. Sometimes like he's mad funny, sometimes he's not.
Yeah.
The fuck, there's parts in that whole movie is hit or miss, because there's parts in the movie just hearing like Jamie Foxx as the dog curse so fucking much. Like the shit that they say in that movie is so fucking outlandish. It's crazy the shit that they get into in that movie. But it's not one of those movies that like Hangover that I'm gonna talk about years later. Like it's funny, it was cool. I didn't pay for it. I saw it for fucking free. It was like, you know what I'm saying? There was times where I laughed, but it wasn't like nothing. Wow. If you're not doing nothing, like on a lazy Sunday or some shit, I don't know exactly how everybody's spouse feels about the sheer immaturity of that movie.
Okay.
But if like you're by yourself, I'd give it a watch. I fucking laughed. I laughed a couple of times. Sat down, had a sandwich, had some fucking soda, watched that shit. I laughed.
Oh man.
Stupid.
Those are movies that now that you say that, it's funny. Like Orengo said, I think they were in the theater for like the hell is this guy shushing the mic?
And he did it real slowly.
Yeah. Don't say anything. Just keep going. Anyway,
do not blow my cover.
Yeah. Those are, like Orengo said, I think those are movies that were in the theater for like straight up a month and that's it. In and out. Check them out real fast.
They hardly made nothing. Bro, there's like I've been like out the loop. Today I took the girls to see Paw Patrol today, right? So I'm getting over there to pay my tickets, and I'm in Barcelona. I'm looking at all the posters, and I'm like, damn, I've been out the fucking loop. I was like, I could have swore they just dropped a trailer for Expendables. This motherfucker's already in the movies?
Yeah, it's bad too.
Damn, what the fuck?
I heard it sucks. I heard it's a bad movie.
It sucks.
I never even seen Expendables 3. So I wouldn't even fucking like. I stopped watching that shit.
Expendables 3 was pretty bad too. I remember going watching half of it, and I was like, all right, this is really stupid.
Yeah, I haven't seen that shit. I heard Sylvester Stallone is not even in it that much.
Really?
I think they had an interview with Jason Statham, and he said some shit like that. He was like, "Oh, Stallone wasn't in it as much as you thought, him being the fucking main character."
You know what I feel they're over promoting?
What?
The Exorcist. Oh my god! Like
really?
I can't on YouTube. Like I could understand like an algorithm, right? Like if maybe it saw something that you liked or whatever, and they promote a lot. Like I saw like a Lego do-it-yourself video, and before it was like Exorcist. I saw a video game review before you saw it. Boom, Exorcist. I'm like, they're promoting the shit out of this movie.
I think that's an algorithm thing, because at least me, I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 things about that shit movie.
And I don't know what the hell I saw, but demonic possessions like 24/7. I'm not really like I don't understand why the hell the algorithm would want to show me that shit.
Because kids are attracted to horror.
I guess.
The new generations are attracted to horror because the majority of people that are now getting into, being young adults and teenagers grew up with Five Nights at Freddy's, with Undertale, the Book of Isaac. I think it's the other video game where Isaac is like fucking crying in the cover. I forgot the name, but yo sé que Isaac.
Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
Binding of Isaac. Yeah.
The Binding of Isaac. People grew up on this shit. Like legit jump scares all the time, and they
parents taking them to go see Evil Dead at the age of 7 or 6.
Exacto. Sí, porque para ese tiempo también están volviendo a salir Evil Dead. So everything was like a generational thing, at least with horror. Porque yo sé de panas míos que tienen hijos que, I know, right? De panas míos que tienen hijos que los llevan a ver Candyman.
I'm surprised those kids sat through Paw Patrol. Like that's not in their wheelhouse. They were like,
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
my
when
kids
are they gonna take the
are like
dog?
their
When are they gonna,
father,
like,
bro.
what?
My kids are like their father, bro. We watch everything. I watch cartoons. I watch indie shit. I watch horror shit. I watch shit I shouldn't be watching. I be watching everything, bro. The girls are like that. And one day, they'll watch Candyman and then they'll flip. I promise you. I promise you. If you were to come and see their Netflix account, you're gonna see The Conjuring and then continue to watch. You're gonna see My Little Pony. Like the fucking highs and lows of this shit that they are fascinated, fucking obsessed with this fucking cartoon called Ladybug, a miraculous ladybug and shit. Yo, fucking obsessed. Right, I go. Watch it.
Is it a horror show?
No, it's a French superhero that she has a fucking earring and she turns into a ladybug
Oh,
costume.
is that the one with the dark hair and like the spotted suit?
The spotted suit, bro. They sell fucking macaroons, and she's in love with a kid named fucking Cat Noir. And he's like, yo,
Cat Boy.
Bro, they would watch that every fucking day. And then as soon as they get bored to it, it's fucking Demon Slayer. Cut your head off. Yo, like, my girls watch all this shit, bro. They be all over.
So I'm gonna talk about a show you definitely don't want to show them. It's called Gen V.
Oh, yes.
You saw the first episode?
No, yeah, but I saw clips.
I saw the first episode, and this is one of those shows where I think they thought that they could just throw like random gratuitous shit with no base, with no like character building, and they thought everybody would buy it.
Okay, Walking Dead then.
No, not even. I feel like episodes of Walking Dead have good build up.
No, but it's like that fear of The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but even those stories I think have some story. This one was
yeah.
Right
Some of the stories of Fear of the Walking Dead are actually very cool. Pero realmente es como que vamos a sacar un spin-off because this show is pretty popular. Let's just grab all these things that actually worked and then let's throw in the blender and none of it works because it doesn't make fucking sense.
This show,
you're like one episode in though, right?
Yeah, and that's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Like there's scenes in that first episode. Like there's an action scene that I thought was pretty cool, but they result to like gratuitous shit again. That I'm like, what was the point of that, bro? Like I understand when you do it in The Boys because you're trying to show that these characters that portray themselves as high and mighty are some of the most disgusting human beings you've ever seen out there. They're just portraying themselves to be superheroes. But these kids, these are like teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Or they're college kids. Let's put it that way. I think they're high school, college kids. And there's just stuff that's like, yo, it's mad gratuitous. Like you're just being gratuitous for the sake of being gratuitous.
So it just feels like a cash grab.
It feels like pushing the envelope for the sake of pushing the envelope. Like how far can we get away with like doing this stuff? So the beginning of the show, spoilers for who haven't seen it, the beginning of the show introduces the main character, and she finds out that basically she can weaponize blood.
She's a bloodbender, okay?
She's literally, that's what it is. She's a bloodbender. She can weaponize your blood, but she doesn't know it. So she gets her period, and she goes to the bathroom. She doesn't know it's her period. I guess she's like at that age, so she goes to the bathroom and she touches herself. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm bleeding!" But then all of a sudden, like the blood is coming. Like they don't show her vaginal canal, but the blood, instead of going to the toilet seat, it's coming up or whatever. And then her mom is knocking on the door, and she freaks out. And when the mom comes out, she like the blood like flies and it cuts through her mom's neck. So she killed her mom by mistake with period blood.
How old is she?
She's like, I think at that point she might be like, bro, she might be like 12 or 13. It looks like her first period. Yes. So that's one scene. She starts freaking out. Then her family comes into the room and she freaks out and she has like a period explosion. And like all her blood spurts turn into like shards of glass. And it kills her mom and dad. Fine. I was like, all right. I was like, that's different. That's a little bit gratuitous, but I can see it as an origin story. That's pretty fucking crazy. Like, okay, now this character's gonna be fucked up.
Again, though, I with just that, I already see what you're talking about.
It's like it's gratuitous. Like, no, it gets worse, and like it gets better, but it's actually worse. Like, that's not one of the scenes that put. There was a scene. There were two scenes in particular. I was like, all right, I really don't. I'm not understanding. There's a character that has Ant-Man's powers, right? But she's like a YouTube star. So like she does like she'll turn herself little and she'll fight with a hamster and put it on YouTube. Like it's her against the hamster, like having a fist fight or whatever. She posts it on YouTube, but she's not getting the view she wants. Like everybody's like, she's so fucking ugly. God damn, the hamster's more pretty than you. Like, and she's not a bad looking girl. She's an appealing girl, but it's basically to show you like how fucking like how vicious the online communities can be. One guy tells her like, "Oh, I'm your number one star, whatever. Can we meet up?" So she meets up with him, and like 5 minutes later, they're hooking up. But then she realized the guy's like they look like they're about to have sex, and the guy's like, I have something like a fantasy, but you can't judge me. She's like, "What?" He's like, "Can you turn small for me?"
She goes into a dick now.
No. But listen to me. She goes. Like it fucks with her at first. She feels bad. Like they did the whole Hulk thing. Where lady, what the hell's her name? She-Hulk was like, he likes me only when I'm green type thing. So she feels bad, but she goes through it anyway. But in order for her to turn little, she has to be like bulimic. She has to drink water and stick her hand inside her throat and vomit for her to get smaller.
What the fuck?
I was like, what? I was like, this is fucked up. I was like, I just, I was like, okay.
It sounds like, you know, the idol, ¿es que se llama? It sounds like Euphoria. Que eso fue que el creador de Euphoria hizo the idol.
Oh, the show with Johnny Depp's daughter.
Yeah, exacto.
Yeah, I saw one episode of
they're
that.
just doing like torture.
I saw one
shit.
episode of that, and I was like, this was an excuse for that guy to bang this chick.
Bro, I saw a clip of the show of The Weeknd smacking somebody, fucking somebody up, and I was like, this is unrealistic. I can't watch this. I saw Euphoria, but I saw somebody get scared of The Weeknd, and I was like, I can't watch this.
Listen to me. She sticks her hand on her throat, whatever. She gets like a small size. She's not like microscopic. She looks like almost like a little My Buddy doll, like almost like a 4-year-old small. Like she doesn't turn into like a microscopic size. She turns into like a little like a doll, like almost like an action figure size or whatever.
I'm guessing the size of a hamster. She's fucking fist fighting with one.
Exactly. But so she goes back to the room, and the next scene is her hanging on to the guy's like dick or whatever. Like she's hanging on to the dude's dick. You see the dick and the foreskin, like full frontal, like shaft. I don't remember if in The Boys, while he was inside that guy's penis, you got to see full penis, like from the outside.
You got to see dickhead. You got to see him go in the head.
Wait. I don't remember. Point is, she's hanging on to his like shaft, like a little toy or whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, hit me in the testicles." So she's like slapping him in the bro. It was like I was like, this is so fucking stupid. But the fact of the matter is, like, this is, you know what I felt like? I felt like this is your best shot at trying to do the Misfits.
Exacto, gracias.
That's what I felt like. I was like, the Misfits felt like they pushed the envelope, but it had like a story behind it.
Yeah,
like it didn't have to result to be this gratuitous to get their point across. This just feels like, ooh, when's the next gratuitous scene gonna be? What are they gonna do in the next? Like, well, how bad is like? That's what it felt like.
Like it's an issue when that becomes the selling point.
Exactly.
In The Boys, the gratuitous shit is an add-on.
Yeah,
that's not the selling point of the show.
Yeah, these characters feel like these characters feels like they're being gratuitous, but like just for the sake of being gratuitous.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's mostly like pseudo porn at this point.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. It straight up is. I was like, so then check this out. It got even worse when there's a fight scene. There's a fight scene between the character. She sees another character do something, like she witnesses a murder, and he's supposed to be like the pretty boy of the school, whatever. He's supposed to be like the lead superhero. He murders somebody, but he's made out of fire. he starts fighting a trans character, which when she's a girl, she has like some like air powers. When she has masculine figures, she's almost indestructible. So while they're fighting, the masculine figure goes to punch him and hits him in his like dick by mistake. And that pauses the fight. They're looking at you like, why'd you do that? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't understand. Like, it wasn't funny. Like, it just looked like another instance of them trying to interject gratuitous shit into a scene for no reason whatsoever. It was just to be like gratuitous. Like, oh, another dick shot. Like,
yep.
I just don't. I don't. There's no like. I don't know the characters in the first episode. It just feels like sexually pushing boundaries for the sake of sexually pushing boundaries. Like none of the characters you really feel like, oh shit, like, you know, I do believe later on they're gonna start delving into some shit or whatever, but the first episode doesn't feel like it felt like that was the point. Like, how far can we push it to get this on Prime?
Is this one also produced by Seth Rogen?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. It is. I would take if I was Seth Rogen, I'd take my name off of this shit.
Because bro, Seth Rogen been on a fucking roll, bro.
He's been doing good shit though.
That's what I'm saying. Turtles, The Boys, Invincible. Like my dude's been on a roll, producing wise.
He is on it. Executive. Damn, there's a lot of people attached to this though. A lot of people in this executive position role. A lot. Let's see. Developed by Craig Rosenberg, Evan Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
really?
Evan Goldberg is the one that produces them.
Super bad at Club. That makes sense. That's all I hear now is Jonah Hill's joke. Oh, if your lips were on, what did he say? My back was on my dick. That's what that episode felt like. The whole episode.
Can't hear you, bro. Nope. Here we go.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Cabrón, pero aquí hay un cojonal de productores.
Yeah, that list is super long.
¿Por
Super
qué
duper
carajo?
long.
People just adding their names. They was like, yep.
God.
I think even the guy that catered the lunch is on there as executive.
I believe they just added names to that shit specifically for that reason. Oh, this guy did it? Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, they released the first 3 episodes de Cantazo.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm like, I don't know if they got a lot of faith. I don't know if they got a lot of faith.
Cosas que pasan.
But it's mad gratuitous in that first episode, yo. Like, and it's linked to The Boys in like strong ways, but
it's linked to The Boys as in it's in the universe, or
no, it's linked directly. It's linked directly to The Boys. You see characters from The Boys make cameos.
Yeah.
Eso lo they already established a timeline.
Okay.
Of when this takes place or whatever. And they're hinting like very strongly at that the like I think what they are is basically like they don't know when they're test subjects for the drug.
Okay.
But I don't know because I don't know how the girl then unless she was an unwilling test subject. But they allude in the series to the fact that the school has like a secret portion and it's a lab where they try to make the next Homelander.
Okay.
But they're teenagers already.
Yeah.
So they're exposing teenagers to the drug, not growing kids in a lab.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems interesting, but again, like, damn. I remember even the comics, bro, but we saw stuff in the comics, or maybe we're getting old. But it's just like I was watching, I was like, damn, that wasn't even necessary. Like I didn't even have to see all that shit.
Cosas así, lo único que me da miedo es de cómo va a ser la serie de Fallout.
No, I don't think now. No.
Es que
I think Fallout have like I think Fallout has fucked up shit, but it'll be like not gratuitous. It'll be like you'll see the no pun intended. You'll see the fallout of nuclear devastation and how it affects economy, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you'll have like gross stuff. Like you're gonna get those what do you call it? The zombie looking people.
Ghouls.
Ghouls.
The problem being is that this is gonna be an original story, like a whole original story de un vote nuevo. Obviamente van a seguir la misma línea de how the world ended, entre comillas, pero like how everything happened. Pero yo encuentro que ese también es el problema. How they're gonna tell their version, porque obviamente tenemos Fallout 1, 2 y 3, el 3 siendo uno de los más populares, New Vegas siendo el más querido, en mi opinión. Ambos, 3 y New Vegas, fueron contados de 2 puntos de vista totalmente diferentes, igual que el 4. Una fue un Atomic Bomb, que fue el Fallout 3, pero entonces Fallout New Vegas fue the weather, the atmosphere, like everything else that fucking decayed. Como que son 2 puntos de vista totalmente diferentes, pero they all converge into the same thing, that is the war and everything else that happened. Para no contarla así mucho para que jueguen los fucking juegos, por favor. Para los 4 pues tiene un poquito de todo. Lo único que jodió fue un poquito al final, pero con eso se puede bregar. It depends on which year they use. It actually depends on which year they use. Porque si usan cierto año, the story's gonna get a little bit fucked up. I don't know, no sé cómo lo vayan a empatar. Y con Fallout, they can get away with almost anything, porque en el juego, you make your choices, and depending on those choices, is the ending. So que yo quiero ver cómo ellos van a traducir esa parte, porque writing is just a series of choices, and then you get to the ending, but I don't know how they're gonna do it in the context of Fallout.
I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near this shit. This shit is ridiculous.
Who's in
Fallout? It's not gonna be, pero es como que si ellos se atreven a hacer algo así, y The Voice is what it is, a mí no me estaría raro que ellos cogieran esos elementos y los pusieran ahí. Porque tenemos Invincible, y pues Vox Machina cogió esos detallitos donde vamos a hacerlo bien gruesome, bien gory, qué sé yo. O sea, que en cada show they try to put that as an ingredient. Y es como que how far they're gonna push it. Because it's an ingredient that works for them.
So nobody huge, Nick. Nobody really like that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's people in here.
Like Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart in Fallout? Nah, I think you're confused. I think you're talking about Borderlands.
Borderlands. Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm getting it confused. I'm thinking Borderlands. Yeah.
Yeah, that was whoever decided to cast that got me a little pissed off.
No, eso que hizo ese casting de verdad que estaba en crack. A mí nadie me va a quitar.
Roland is such a like bulky ass dude. Like yo, he should have been casted. Like, let me tell you right now, that character should have looked like Bobby Lashley. And they casted that fool, and oh my god.
Oh my god, almost I don't recognize almost anybody here. And
yeah, no, the cast isn't like anybody, but I mean that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really a bad thing. Oh, there's the dude, the nerd from Stranger Things, the guy from the arcade, the one that eats Cheetos. He's there. Es que no sé, yo le tengo mucho cariño a Fallout. It's one of my favorite games ever. Like, it could be my favorite game. My Fallout. Entre New Vegas y el 4, they're like my favorite games ever. Porque es que el 4 tiene una dinámica cabrona. Pero
this kid is like a Nickelodeon kid. Moises Arias.
Yeah.
He's like a Nickelodeon. He was in King of Staten Island with whatever the hell his name is.
Este cabrón. Pete Davidson.
Yo,
pero no sé cómo ellos vayan a push the envelope, porque Fallout es bien, se puede tornar bastante gráfico y coge temas. Por eso digo Fallout New Vegas también, porque la gente empezó a joder porque Fallout New Vegas tenía canibalismo. So, cannibalism. So, es como que how far they're gonna push it. No solamente en the sexual stuff.
What happened with the Lord of the Rings show?
Ah, eso todavía está. Lo que pasa es que la gente is still shitting on it.
Yeah,
it's still being filmed.
It's like the season 2, right? I heard some shit that they was like, oh, they're not gonna fucking film. I'm like, what the fuck happened with that show?
No, they're filming. They confirm all directors are female, I think. For some reason that was important. I find it important, but at the same time, don't make it your gimmick. Como que está cool que hayan empleado a mujeres directoras, pero god damn it, no lo vendas así.
No,
porque la gente lo que va a hacer es virarte la tortilla because people don't already like the series, so they're gonna shit on women that maybe they know how to do a fucking movie or a fucking series.
It feels fraudulent. It feels fraudulent when you give a show and you give each episode to a woman to direct, and then you make a point to promote that part instead of just being like there's this kid, right? There's this kid that I think is a transgender, right? And I dug that in the movie, this kid comes out in Evil Dead Rises, but in ningún momento did they ever mention it. I just knew because I know the actor, but they don't make a point to tell you. Furthermore, that same person plays Cody in the live action of One Piece.
See.
They never go out of their way to say, and guess what else we hired? We hired a trend. Like, they don't go out of their way, so it doesn't feel fraudulent. Like when
porque they're using somebody's personal life and into promoting a show, and it feels fake. Uno se siente usado, en verdad. Porque yo no quiero que forzosamente estén promocionando las cosas por simplemente tener diversidad. A mí me gusta que le salga del corazón, que salga natural, que no es como que vamos a hacer esto porque va a vender, ¿entiendes? Como me estaban hablando de Disenchantment. Disenchantment, pues si no saben, spoilers, Disenchantment tiene una historia bien buena que a Princess Tia Bean como que no, o sea, a ella no le ponían un sexual partner. No le ponían ningún partner. Ella jampleteaba por todo el kingdom. Y ese es el punto. That's what made it funny. Pero now they made it that, oh, now she's gay, like she's not with a woman. Y es como que, like, if you want to be diverse, do it in a natural way. Like, if she was always gay, then that's okay. Don't do it just because you want to please an audience. When the character itself, it's almost a mockery. And then you add this element, and it's actually pretty offensive porque it's not coming from the heart. Like, it's not genuinely thought. Like, if you process this, if you really think that this is a good idea, I don't think it's a good idea. Porque como dice Stanley, I'm not going to make Peter Parker gay. I'm going to make a gay Spider-Man that has another name, that has another background, that has another, their own story. That's what I want. That's what I want. Porque mira, no pusieron a Peter Parker puertorriqueño, mitad afroamericano.
Made a whole new character.
Exacto, they built a whole new character to represent that part. Es como que cuando es así, it's okay. No es como que we're just gonna turn Peter Parker gay. That it doesn't work like that. It doesn't really work like. Mira, I'm an advocate for LGBT, transgender people, and everything in between. Pero a mí me encojona tan cabrón cuando ponen like inclusivity in things that is not like from scratch. Como que it wasn't meant to be that way from the beginning. Like, that wasn't the original idea. We're just gonna retcon this and let's just make her bisexual. Like, that's okay because everyone has their own discovery. Pero al mismo tiempo es como que, why are you doing this so late in the game? Like, I understand. I know there's situations, pero es como que si no sale del corazón, si no sale como que de la idea principal, like, just don't fucking do it. De verdad. It offends people more. Porque es como los tokens, you know what I'm talking about? Tokens?
Yeah, of course.
Do you, Nick? Do you know about token black guys?
Bro, yeah, I do, bro. I do. It's always it always feels mad fucking inauthentic, right? When you know, right? When Land History Month comes, or when the fucking gay pride parade is gonna come, and all of a sudden all the companies are putting rainbow flags. Motherfucker, you wasn't doing that 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, Nike is supporting everybody's rights in that month. And every other month, they don't give a flying fuck about none of that. But they're like, oh, Gotta sell some sneakers.
All right.
Exacto. Obviamente, esa hipocresía we see it, y es como que pues, esa es la que hay. I just fucking hate it sometimes. No más digo sometimes porque a veces me gusta como que ver un poquito de diversidad en los shows, pero a mí me gusta que sea from the beginning, ¿sabes? No solamente por decir, le dimos oportunidad a un actor transgender.
Exactly.
Es por darle la oportunidad y como que he was the lucky one. I fucking hate that. Como que dáselo por talento, puñeta. That's what they want. To be there for their talent.
I don't want to see a black Clark Kent. Clark Kent is white. You can't make him anything else. Give me another character. If you want to make a Superman character, you give me Val-Zod or something like that. Don't just change it just because of that.
Cool.
I mean, they gave you a black Lex Luthor and you didn't bitch about it.
When did they give you black? When? What?
What are you talking about? Superman the animated series? He was black.
My bad. That shit went over my head. What series?
Superman the animated series? Lex Luthor was black, wasn't he? Or he was not black enough for you? Like,
apparently, you talking about like Cartoon Network?
God.
Yeah.
He looked white, bro. He didn't look black to me. He looked like Billy Zane bald. That's what he looked like to me.
They literally just changed hues. And gave him a bigger nose.
That's right. That motherfucker always just looked like Billy Zane bald to me. He just looked like some fucking white guy. I've never put that together that he was black.
He don't look white to me. He looked black to me.
Nah, he just
if you see him in different shades, like in different scenes with different lighting, like
black to me, like.
Oh my god,
like black Lex Luthor, and I was like, when the fuck did this happen, bro? That shit was how you saw it calibrated on my TV differently, I guess, because I saw that motherfucker white, bro.
Yeah, the brightness thought about.
I had it all the way, bro, because I didn't see that motherfucker black.
Anyway, we gotta wrap it up. We've been officially 3 hours and 35 minutes. I guess we'll say goodbye to Orengo's microphone because he didn't give us the decency or the respect to be here for the last subject.
Orengo was like, I'm packing my shit for my film festival.
Somebody should go check on him.
Check on him, bro.
Orengo, say goodbye. Put your pants on.
Orengo needs to check his email. All that shit that he been talking about. They gonna catch wind. Oh yeah, we got a what he said? We got a slow storm. It wasn't that bad. Stay home then, bro.
Orengo,
Stay home. You don't need to come down to New York.
Where we can find you?
¿Cómo?
Where can we find you?
In the streets of New York, bro.
Need to know where we can find you because you weren't here for half of the podcast anyway. So like,
yeah, that's true. I apologize.
You just decide to get up and just ignore us for like the rest of the.
I said, give me a sec, and it was.
That wasn't a sec. That was like 45
minutes.
We talked about like 3 things, and you.
Exactly. I know. I apologize. Now
Orengo purposely didn't give a fuck because as soon as he heard we're leaving, he just popped right back in.
I swear to God, I didn't hear it. Fue que colgué ahora por teléfono, te vi parado, yo dije, what the hell is Lex doing? I'm like sitting
tiebreaker, and I'm gonna mute him because you don't need to hear his trying to win you over. You remember Superman animated series?
Yeah, la de Bruce Timm, ¿no?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Lex Luthor, was he white or black?
I think he was. Está tirando para black because it seemed like he was tanned.
So Nick
seemed like he was tanned.
Nick had his TV calibrated with the brightness all the way up because he did not interpret. He said that was Billy Zane.
¿Verdad? Like if you Google Lex, Lex. Sí, exacto, Lex Luthor. If you Google Lex Luthor, obligado que sale.
No, we need to do research. We need to find this out because I swear to you, my whole childhood, you're gonna change my whole childhood right now.
Identifies with the fact that he looks black, but he's really white on the inside.
Pero el actor no es afroamericano también, el que se la voz.
I don't know.
Yeah, but a black guy does Kratos' voice too. That doesn't fucking mean anything.
That's true, and he's white as milk. Pero la cosa es que
wait a second. No. Wait a second. Time out. Kratos is not white. Kratos is white when he turns into the ghost of Sparta.
Eso es lo que estoy hablando, ¿no?
But originally he's not like dark black, but he has melanin.
Because he's like Greek, right?
I thought exactly he's Greek. He's not fucking black.
Exacto. There's a difference.
Sicilians have melanin. doofus.
And they're
Bien,
still
pero does
Caucasian.
melanin talk about like is that black? Esa es la cosa.
Exactly. They're as colored as Antonio Banderas. What the fuck you talking about, bro?
Nick wants to say.
Uh-huh.
Nick basically wants to say is like Lex Luthor is not from New York or something like that. Like he's not like he's not like Black American, like African American. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I was like, you telling me that all this time there was a black Lex Luthor? I saw that fucking show, Justice League, all that show, and all this time he was black.
You know
that
I
didn't catch that, bro.
I'm pretty sure that somebody backed this before.
Hey, I send it.
I've never in my life have seen a black Lex Luthor. That's surprising to me.
He's dark. He's dark skinned for sure.
He's dark skinned, pero...
It's bien
oh man, look at this answer. This answer is racist as hell. Lex Luthor is white. A lot of confusion around Lex's ethnicity comes from the animated series. This was many people's, and I'm reading this verbatim. These are not my words.
Liar.
This was many people's, including myself, first introduction to the character. And in the Superman anime series, Lex was bald, tan, and had thick lips. I don't know.
Bro.
that was an answer from Google.
Bro. He was, how do you call that? He was racially ambiguous. They did that on purpose. You could use that. You could use that same description to fucking describe Vin Diesel. He's fucking tanned and bald. Wow. And fucking Vin Diesel is fucking caucus.
So apparently he wasn't black.
I don't think he's been black.
No, he was black. Lo que pasa es que in different scenes he doesn't look okay.
He looks like, darker skin en casi todo. Esa es la cosa. Right? Mira, ahora mismo, ok, una cosa, esto se lo puede hacer quizás con color picker. Lo que deberes hacer es coger una foto donde salga Superman y Lex Luthor. Color pick them. Y ver si ellos, porque Superman is supposed to be white, eso sí es bastante claro. Si Superman tira más pa un shade just slightly lighter que Lex Luthor, eso puede dar credence a lo que se está diciendo.
Well, then put him next to Jon Stewart.
True. Habrá una escena con el Jon Stewart, porque no creo que...
I thought you were gonna be like, put him next to Blade.
No, I wanted to make it as a character that said the Steel come out in Justice League. Because then you put him next to him, and if it's not, then Lex Luthor is fucking white, bro.
La cosa es que you put him next to, fíjate,
es que la luz, mano, yo no sé qué carajo le pasa a la luz de ese show.
Cuando tú ves a Lois Lane en ese show, she is whiter. She's actually whiter que ellos dos. So then, I don't know what they're playing here. Es que,
bro, I truly thought that version of Lex Luthor was black.
Bro, it's 50 Shades of White. He's fucking white, bro. Lex Luthor is white.
I thought he was black, bro.
The Cartoon Network Superman show was not breaking any fucking racial grounds. Lex Luthor was fucking white, bro.
¿Cuál es la voz de Lex Luthor en an animated show?
Oh, it's gotta be a white guy. It's a voice actor that's gotta be white. I guarantee you that much.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't care who the voice actor is. That means nada, bro. That means shit.
That means something. Lo voy a buscar.
Búscalo. And then I'm gonna go sleep because I have to wake up in 5 hours.
It's Clancy Brown, bro.
Clancy Brown, bro.
It's the guy that does Mr. Krabs.
No fucking way.
Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Ah, no, me voy para el carajo. Me voy para el carajo.
Clancy Brown.
All right, anyway. Orengo.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You're going to be reporting from the film fest.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be reporting from the film fest. Yo voy a estar cubriendo las películas allá. I'm going to be doing reviews en la página. Y pues nada, si hacemos el podcast el jueves, pues también hablo de las películas que haya visto by then. So, vamos allá.
And try to watch the last episode. Well, you would be 2 episodes. No, you'd be
2 episodes. Pero yo puedo porque en la apartment donde estoy hay un televisorcito y puedo ver los episodios. So, I'll be good.
Okay. ¿Qué tú estás insinuando? ¿Que normalmente en Brooklyn no hay gente con televisores o algo así?
Bueno, I'm lucky that my friend is a filmmaker, so he does have a TV, pero generally, yo no creo que most people have TVs anymore.
He said generally people in Brooklyn do not have TVs. That is the
anymore.
Anymore,
I said.
Anymore.
What the hell does that mean,
bro? What the fuck happened? Was there a massive blackout and everybody lost their TVs?
No, a flood happened, stupid.
Bro,
Nick,
you started
I saw a video of somebody in the street floating down on their 42-inch. They don't have a TV anymore.
True.
Oh God.
Orengo started this show saying the flood hit like 5 people. He was like, no sean tan fucking llorones. No pasa un carajo. That's what he said. And then he doubled down and said people in Brooklyn don't have TVs. Bro, you don't want to go to that festival. You really don't. You really don't want to go.
All right. Sally, where can we find you?
You can all find me in Laguna Villa everywhere else other than
Are you still
here.
playing?
Nice.
Yeah. Lo que pasa es que, güey, ahora mismo I'm a working woman.
Oh, very good. Make that cheddar.
I shall say. I need to buy a car.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to go, no sé, hacer un GoFundMe para mí, pues.
Yeah.
Sería.
Bro,
Right,
this one over here is gonna see Jacob Elordi in a couple days, bro. He's rubbing elbows with millionaires.
Wrong guy, bro. Wrong guy. You gotta point up. Up. There you go.
There you go.
All right, Nick. It was good having you back after a whole year hiatus.
I know,
right? Hopefully, I'm gonna try. I got Thursday off too, so hopefully I'll be here on Thursday too.
You know, it's funny que Lex sale de su carro and we don't see him going to a house. He's still outside.
He doesn't want to dox himself.
No, not doxing. I still believe he's going to like under a bridge. He just go to sleep. Ya está.
Kylo, tell Ringo to fuck off.
All right, Nick. Where can they find you? I would assume your own page, but you don't run it these days, so like I don't know.
Perrito.
Kylo, say fuck you, Kylo.
What name your dog, Kylo?
You can find
bro. Where can they find you, my lord? Come on,
bro. You can find me walking back and up and down this fucking street. Is where you can find me. What the fuck you where you can find me?
All right,
you can find me right here, bro. I should be here.
Son of a Scorpio and Coach Cortez. Ahí está.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting for, Sally. I'm glad you have more brain cells than he does left. But all right,
I'm not announcing that like that. That's why I didn't say nothing, bro. I haven't put nothing new on that.
Still, you get people.
You're saying dumb shit every day, people. So I'm sure somebody wants to see dumb shit every day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck up.
Sometimes the man needs to look within himself.
The new leader of the after school club.
The other day, I was gonna call you out. You I don't know if you thought you came up with that line, but that was a line from what's the name of that movie? Highlander.
Yeah.
What line? What the fuck you talking about?
You posted a line, and I bet you were feeling yourself, and that's a line from Highlander.
Bro, most of the shit
you were like the value of a man, but in the end there could be only one. I was like, what the hell?
You're so full of shit.
I was like, yo, we ripping off Highlander?
So full of shit, bro. Most of the shit that I post is fucking shit that I share. I create all that shit.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Anyways, you can find me here when we have an episode. Again, we don't know when it's gonna be. We want to say it's Thursday, but 1, 2, 3,
perhaps in 2 months.
4 out of 7 irresponsible people make up this podcast.
Bro, and that's majority rules.
Thursday's the episode, bro. I'll tell everybody. Thursday at 9:30.
Thursday at 9:30. Hopefully, we'll have Deca here so he can
explain everything.
Not liking Ahsoka, and I'm probably catch 1 or 2 movies I want to go see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to see tomorrow. Saw and
the creator.
The creator.
That kid better be on this fucking episode on Thursday so he could tell everybody the criteria of being a critique of cine.
Ooh, get spicy, huh?
You better. You're talking a lot of shit too. You better be here then also.
Exacto.
You know what? I covered my ass by being on this episode, so I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I'm okay.
All righty. Anyway, that's the show, guys. See you later.
Woo.